justice. Chat. Was I doing some unintentional zoomer humor there? Was I like blaring? Was I like clipping? Okay, so what do we got today? Well, it turns out that friend of the VOD, Luna Oi, and all around the reason that, like, the literal reason that I am here sitting before you today, right? Luna Oi, like, got me into this, right? Luna Oi said, hey, we need more bread tubers, and I was like, I can help. And I was like, little me, you know, going on Twitch trying to become a streamer somehow, and here I am, right? So Luna Oi got attacked by Infrared. What? But I thought Infrared was a fellow Marxist-Leninist. What is this all about? Well, thanks to Haz, we got like an hour of Haz content going off on Luna Oi. Now, it started yesterday, and if you're following my Twitter, which you should be doing, are you not following my Twitter? How could you not be following my Twitter? Don't you understand how much that hurts me, chat, when you don't follow my Twitter? It's like you don't value my tweets. Ooh woo. Yeah, so if you're following my Twitter, you would have seen my retweet of Luna Oi's response to Haz, and I think I also retweeted Haz's coat post. Let's take a look at that. Let's go to my Twitter, because that's like where the chat. Listen, like, just so you know, I hate doing like Twitter content like as stream content. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. It never has. Right? I feel like it's boring. I feel like it doesn't lend itself to streaming. I'll do it when it's relevant, right? I will absolutely do it when it's relevant, but a lot of the times, I don't know. It just seems to slow things down. Oh, by the way, look at this. We're bringing on Professor Flowers this Friday at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for Bird Brains. So make sure to catch that. That should be a banger of a stream. Actually, Professor Flowers and I have talked a little bit, and we have a lot in common in terms of our experiences with Debate Bros. There's a lot of parallels to look at there. But I really want to know more about Professor Flowers. I feel like throughout this whole thing, Professor Flowers has been dehumanized, and I want to give her a chance to actually just be on stream and be a human being, because throughout all this bullshit, she has not been treated that way. She has not been treated that way at all. Okay, so here we go. We got Irene with a banger. The banger of a tweet. I mean, the natty part, I believe. The rest is sus. Ha 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 ha. Like, and this is Haz's, this is what I'm responding to here. Decisive victory for infrared tonight. Luna Oi exposed as a fraud. Sexpats, BTFO, Landback, unmasked, Amazon funding. I can't do Haz. Why do I think I have a Haz? I don't have a Haz. I don't actually have a Haz. I'm sorry, Chad. I can't do Haz for you. Slanderous lies debunked. It's hurting my voice, actually, is what it's doing. Movie Bob destroy. Movie Bob? Okay. Patriots vindicated. Is that the sports team? Patriots or... I don't know what the Patriots... Is he talking about football here? American football? Is this American football? Infrared is rising. The one thing that I'm like, okay, that's probably true, is 100% natty physique. Now let's take a look at this here. Okay? Now, some people that don't spend a lot of time in the gym might be impressed by this physique, but I am here to tell you that these results are easily achievable without the use of steroids. These results are easily achievable, especially if you skip chest day, literally every other day except biceps day, right? I think we're doing biceps day here, but just repeating biceps day ad nauseum, right? The biceps are good. The biceps are good. The rest could use some work. And, when you're talking about coaching a bodybuilding client, as I have, generally we try to keep them... We try to keep some balance between their muscles, and that's not just for, there's an aesthetic part of this too, right? When bodybuilders compete, that's part of what they're doing, is they don't just get one muscle big, they try to make their muscles big in a uniform manner. Haz isn't really doing that, so I really question, whoever, I hope Haz is not paying a trainer for these results, because these are not great results here. But, not just for the aesthetic purpose of, being impressive to your fellow bodybuilders, right? But also because if your muscles are imbalanced, if you have some muscles that are bigger than others, it'll cause long-term problems in terms of, you can it's not healthy. What I'm saying. There's a word for this that's escaping my mind right now. But yeah, anyway, I have taken entirely too long talking about personal training and everything else. Let's go into this. This is decisive victory for infrared tonight. Yeah, and then back here. Oh, the possums. The possums are cute though. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is Luna. This is Luna Oi. Now the infrared stalker gang is justifying their mass sexual harassment of me by claiming it was a response to a tweet I made many months ago and have clarified many times. The pictures and threads below explain my position and clarification, which I already made many times. Luna Oi fucking killing it on Twitter. Fucking killing it on Twitter. Follow Luna Oi on Twitter too. It's a good follow, honestly. I think Luna's great at Twitter. Luna, if you're out there, I would love to get Twitter lessons from you. I think you're awesome. So anyway, let's take a look here. What do we have? I've always supported Vietnam. I visited in the early 90s. I believe your China comments on Twitter are incorrect, and others have picked up. Vietnam should follow their own path, of course. Wait, what? Okay, so this was a tweet. Wait, I don't understand. Maybe this isn't Luna, right? Because Luna lives in Vietnam. This wouldn't make sense from Luna. Visited in the early 90s? Okay, wait, is this Haz? I can't tell. I can't tell. There's a little icon down here, chat. It looks like two horses. I don't know whose icon that is. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I'm a little confused by this one. Let's see what this next one is. I made that comment quickly without being too careful. I admit I was trying to explain what I think of the average Vietnamese people think about the Chinese government. If you know Vietnam deeply, you know that we have two words for we, one of which includes the speaker and one which does not. All right, so there's we, like me included, and then there's a word for we. What? Okay. That's a little confusing to me. That's a little confusing, actually. And one that does not. In the situation, I meant Vietnamese people in general. But the fact that many months later, so many people are still spreading around that tweet. Now I have people like you DMing me about it, even though I have explained my position so many times. Tells me that people are just looking for conflict here. Yes, that's exactly what Haz is doing. Haz stopped being about substance. Haz stopped being about shit several months ago, and basically he's just a Zerka orbiting drama, drama boy, we'll say. Just doing the drama. I don't know what to say. Like, is there a name for that? Somebody that's like just going after drama? I'm not saying it right, chat. There's like the I don't know if you know this, but my community includes a lot of people that are not from the United States, a lot of people that are not native English speakers, and so there's like often like the question of like, what is the word for that in English? And it's to the point now where like I am not sure what the word for what I'm trying to say in English is. But yeah, no, it's great to have friends like that. If you want to learn other languages, a lot of people practice their English with me, and I have fun showing what I can, and like I appreciate when other people are able to share their language with me and kind of help me out in improving my understand. My German is terrible though, chat. Honestly, my German is fucking terrible. I cannot make heads or tails of the grammar. Is the fact of the matter. The fact that many months ago, spreading the DMs, you were just looking for conflict here and personal drama. That is true. That is what Haz, that is what Zerka, that is what these guys are hungry for, okay? I stand by my belief that most Vietnamese people I know have strong issues with China's, government, such as the South China Sea conflict, other historic issues, but that does not mean we are anti-China. Okay. A relationship between two nations goes back for centuries. Will always be complicated, especially ... Especially, where are we? Especially when one country is much, much larger than the other. If you want to try to understand my full opinion from a single tweet, then you will fail. I do not wish to discuss this or anything else further with you. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't blame you. Haz is not worth discoursing with. The truth is Vietnam has a complicated relationship with China, and the Vietnamese people have complicated perceptions of China. But calling us anti-China is reductive. Many white Westerners seem to love stoking conflicts between bi-POC people, and this is what's happening here. I suggest that you ask yourself the real reason you are so curious about China-Vietnam relations. Examine your motives deeply. Is it really your place to interrogate us like about complex history and relations you don't deeply understand? I beg you to focus on your own problems. I mean, Haz, that's not a bad idea. You have a lot of problems that you could be focusing on. Instead of this, stop centering yourself and harassing and attacking bi-POC victims of imperialism over things you have no insight into. I beg you. Second person obviously isn't white though. Wait, what? 2 blue messages. Those are my replies. Okay. Okay, yeah, there's some confusion. Okay, so just like, yeah. And like I say, Luna Oi, absolutely killing it on Twitter. Absolutely killing it lately. So, yeah, that's that. And then let's see, let's take a look, back to this one. Okay, so here's the latest thread. The original tweet that they are using as evidence may even be from 2019. I honestly don't remember. Oh my god, chat, there's so much I don't remember. Like, if you asked me to, like, if you showed me a tweet of mine, and you're like, when did you tweet this? When did you tweet this? I wouldn't fucking know. I don't fucking remember shit, chat. Like, as a streamer, you take in so much information, you spit out so much information, there's so much throughput, there's very little retention. I feel like a conduit or something, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing inside me. There's nothing left inside me, chat. I'm empty. Anyway, this is this is all they have. Sexual harassment, dehumanizing, and digging up old controversies I'm thoroughly addressed. Signs of their weakness. Infrared is losing. Yeah, I'm wondering who that is. I mean, not. I don't know about that 10-year march. I don't know about that. I, imperialism. That's a relative. That's a relative word. You know, compared to what is the question? China's imperialist compared to what? That is the real question. Anyway, that's our Twitter segment, chat. I know you're so excited to get that over with, right? Me too, right? That was terrible. What's up, Deemstars? Wait, you're doing the Keemstar? Drama Vader. Oh yeah, you're talking about Haz. Yeah. Infrared rises, only red will. Oh, you're right. That's a good point. Beats the doing Facebook content at the moment. Yes, at the moment. Yes. We'll cover that later on Twitch. I'll try to do a Twitch stream too. So if you don't know, here's how my meta works. Okay, I'm gonna be doing YouTube almost every day. I'm gonna be doing Twitch most days. Okay, we're shifting our focus to YouTube because Twitch is pay to win. Twitch is pay to win. And unless somebody out there is like, hey, Irene, I want to make it rain for you, I can't play with that. I don't have money. I'm barely fucking surviving as it is. I'm a kickboxing instructor and a massage therapist, and I can't practice either of those two skills during the pandemic. So, you know, I cannot afford to play pay to win on Twitch. So we're going to be de-emphasizing this. We're going to be emphasizing YouTube, which should be great for all of you here on YouTube. We're going to be doing more of that. Tell your friends, because we need to get more views on YouTube. But I like YouTube. I came from YouTube. I came from the comment section of YouTube. If you don't know, okay, that is where I cut my teeth as a debate sibling. I think that's the wrong word. I'm not so much a debate sibling these days, chat. I'm not so much a debate sibling. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, Twitter for the win. Yeah, that's right. Twitter won. Twitter's the only platform left standing. Who knows what anything is these days? Isn't Ben Shapiro's gun show this Ben Shapiro's gun show? Wait, did I miss that reference? I wonder why they don't. Oh my god! Yo, Deemstars, you caught that shit. I wonder why they don't show his legs. Indeed. Full natty, chat. Full natty. Okay, full natty. That's all there is. That's full natty. 100%. 100%. Haz was right. Full fucking natty. I agree. And yeah, not even that hard to achieve. Not even that hard to achieve in the gym. You wouldn't even need a personal trainer like me. You could get just like a basic bitch, you know, personal trainer that got their certification off the back of a cereal box. Okay, you could achieve that physique probably without much training at all, right? I don't think you need much help to fuck up at keeping your muscles even like that. Yeah, huge. Well, the calves are huge. Drama Bros. Yeah, Drama Bros. There we go. Drama. That's a good name for it. Yeah, I like that. Middle Earth Marxist, or should I say, Middle Earth centrist? Anyway. Teasing. Wait, infrared. Yeah, only red will remain. China is imperialist according to Lenin's imperialism theory. Well, I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying, like, you know, it's like kind of a relative term. Like, we're living in an imperialist world, right? It's yeah, they're China's imperialist. So anyway. It's only problematic if you mention it in absence of other imperialist powers. So, Ben Shapiro. Does he look like Shapiro there? Anyway, let's get to the shit. This is gonna be good shit, chat, because we have infrared going off on Luna Oi. Okay. Infrared Luna Oi. Here we go. So, 3 days ago, Haz exposes Luna Oi on Landback. Hakim okay for now? Oh, thanks. Good to know. Hakim, you're alright. You're alright in Haz's book, but Luna Oi, not so much. and we got a little bit of content that Haz did on Luna Oi, and then one day ago, Haz did a whole fucking stream. Haz did a whole fucking stream on Luna Oi. So, and Luna Oi spent all of 51 seconds responding, which, you know, I'm guessing this is going to be the angel thump right here, chat. So here's what we do. We go ba, ba, ba. That is my plan, right? I don't... Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, no, this is it. This is like, I don't think they, 16 hours ago. So this is probably the, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. If chat, if anybody knows if there's more Luna Oi, reaction, to Haz, or more Haz reaction to Luna Oi, let me know. Oh yeah, and there's Vosh's video. What's wrong with Luna Oi? She's a right-winger. Okay. Says the right-winger. Vosh trad. Okay, here we go. Okay.
And we're not even done exposing these people today, because someone in chat just brought it up. Guess who's next?
You're breaking my eardrums, Haz.
Luna Oi. Now, I've been really holding back from going after Luna Oi, but she decided to fire the first shot with her dumb pro-Sakai shit. So let's take a look at Luna Oi.
Are you okay with the volume, chat?
We have a lot to say. We really have a lot to say.
I feel like Haz
we really have a lot to say. Luna Oi, her fucking timeline is just cluttered. Let me see what.
What? Wait a minute. Hey, what's up, Ghastly? Good to see you.
Here it is. Okay.
Let's not Vosh to any conclusions.
The hell? Did she delete her account?
It's probably just his voice, but yeah, it is. He eats the microphone. Hey, dude, quit picking your nose. Oh my god. Oh, here I go. I'm doing the same thing. I'm doing...
Yeah,
chat,
so,
I was scratching the outside. See, I'm scratching the outside. Haz is scratching the inside.
This is her.
That's the difference.
Had to probably
That's the difference.
Her tweets.
He's picking a winner.
Luna's
I'm just
fucking
doing that.
brain dead Baizoa followers were probably harassing the shit out of her.
Damn. Okay. First,
as an officially trained Marxist-Leninist, I'm sorry to tell you that you're...
So, officially trained Marxist-Leninist. Okay, so, like, he seems tired. Am I wrong, or does Haz just seem tired? Haz keeps his mic distorted for some reason. He just swallows it. Yeah, he just... It's like, he's basically swallowed his mic, and that's why he sounds like that. Haz is just less intelligent. Tanky Vosh. Kind of, yeah, I could see that. People call him Red Vosh, or Red... Is that what they call him? Red Vosh?
You're wrong. So with this,
and although here's my spicy take, Totsurun, is Haz really a tanky? I don't know. I think that's cover. I think there's something deeper going on.
So girl was saying what she was saying. Landback is anti-Marxist. Landback is anti-Marxist virtue signaling. Luna Oi goes. He said, "We did Landback in 1954. We call it land reforms."
Okay. Okay.
No, you fucking didn't do land back. Land reform is the reparcelization and redistribution of land to the people of your nation, the people of your country. Not just a minority that's fucking 1 or 2% in the name of some kind of fucking virtue signaling. So no, you didn't do land.
Wow, Haz, you just made some enemies there. You just made... Hey, Lost Sue, are you listening to this shit?
I'll turn the gain down, okay? Stop bitching.
Yeah, turn the gain down. That's right, Haz. Like, look, usually we count on, like, debate bros like Vosh to get Landback wrong. Usually, I don't know if Vosh, how bad Vosh is on Landback, but, like, debate bros like Vosh. If not Vosh, then other debate bros, right? Like Dr. Heemdao, there we go, perfect example. To mischaracterize the Landback movement. Usually we count on, it's a bread tube thing. It's a white, straight, cis male. Haz is doing a pretty good Vosh impression here. Like, you know, you've really learned. Listen, Haz, the student has become the master, okay?
That's the most stupid shit I've ever heard. let me just expose what Luna Oi is.
Okay, what is Luna Oi? Like, expose Luna Oi for her evil puppet shows.
Luna Oi is an Americanized Vietnamese person who lives in Vietnam.
Oh, this is not going to a good place, is it? This is not going to a good place.
But is 100% Americanized, whose audience is almost entirely white American leftists, who she panders to and virtue signals to. Now,
he's tired. Haz tired.
She puts up the pretense of being against white chauvinism and white supremacy. But the truth is,
well,
and I didn't want to have...
Haz, I mean, we could say this about you. With the degree of fucking MAGA love there is in this community, I feel like you're embracing white supremacy too. You just don't realize it yet. You want to think that these fucking MAGAs are somehow gonna, like, all of a sudden, like, their white privilege is gonna melt away when they accept the immortal science of Marxist-Leninism and the truth of gorillas and suns, infrared is rising. Ooh! Yeah, you think that that's gonna happen? They're gonna suddenly become non-racist. Haz, they hate you because of who you are. They hate me because of who I am. Normally, that would mean that we should strive for solidarity. But Haz, you already blew that solidarity a long time ago by strawmanning people like me, by lying about us, and by taking the MAGA side against us. So Haz, what the fuck? What the fuck, dude? You got zero solidarity. You got fucking bullshit.
To go here, almost all of her audience are white people.
He has not been sleeping well. Well, he shouldn't
self-hating
sleep well. He
and
shouldn't
guilty
feel good
white
about himself.
people.
Fuck him.
And her boyfriend's a white anarchist man. A
Okay,
white anarchist
okay.
American who moved to Vietnam as an expat.
Oh, chat, this is not going... This is not... Oh my god, what are we...
That's who she's dating. And he regularly appears
Are you gonna
on
fucking
her stream.
police who people
Does she
date,
represent
Haz?
Vietnamese communists?
Yo, wait,
Does she
wait,
really
wait,
represent
hey,
Vietnamese
hey,
communists?
maybe he does have something in common with the MAGAs. I don't know.
Let's look into it. Let's look into it. Really, let's look into it. I'm sorry, because a lot of people seem to think that, oh, this is the Vietnamese communist who is telling us that we should all have white guilt and condemn the American masses and do the Landback thing.
Oh
and,
my
and
god,
give up on populism
Haz,
and all this kind of shit.
your fucking position here is so untenable. Like, I can't believe that you did this. Dude, like, this is part of this guy's cover. He's so bad on, like, social issues that he tries to overcompensate, I feel like, on his virtue signaling as far as, you know, imperialism and whiteness, right? But this ain't it. This ain't it, bro.
But she has a white...
No, he said did he say... Okay, I don't know if you saw this yet. He said sexpat. Like, on Twitter, he said sexpat. So what he's saying is that EJ... Oh my god, the shit... Do you see what he's saying about EJ and Luna? Do you see what he's... Like, I almost don't want to say it, chat. It's gross. It's fucking foul what he's calling EJ and Luna. Okay? When he calls Luna an Americanized Vietnamese woman and EJ a sexpat, do you see what he's saying? Like, this is gross. I'm not gonna repeat it. I'm not gonna fucking repeat it. This is gross. Haz, you're fucking gross, dude. You're fucking gross. Do you get that? You are nasty as fuck, dude. What the fuck kind of vile shit is that? What are you spewing this time?
Boyfriend, who regularly appears on her streams.
Listen, go back to beefing with Stardust, you fucking bitch.
She's 100%
Leave
Americanized.
Luna, go back to beefing with Stardust and leave Luna alone, okay? Listen, you almost had me on your side when you took on Stardust, alright? If it wasn't you and Zerka on the other side, I would have covered that content by now, okay? Like,
she doesn't...
Anytime Stardust steps in a pile of shit, you know, that's some good content right there.
Represent what actual average Vietnamese communists
The only reason I didn't is because I don't want to agree with this jackass and Zerka.
Thinking and saying. She doesn't represent their fucking perspective. Let's continue. Look at this just bird.
Okay, so chat gets it. Chat gets it. And if there's any, like, maybe chat can explain if anybody doesn't get what he's saying. But it's really offensive. It's really gross. And I'm not going to repeat it. It's fucked up.
Take this fucking virtue signaling. I really can't take this fucking virtue signaling.
Well, you can sure give the virtue signaling, Haz. That's like all you ever do.
Okay. Making white people feel uncomfortable about whiteness is good. Just like making the working class uncomfortable about capitalism is good. White people who protect and nurture whiteness and racial division work against their own class interests. Coddling and denial helps nobody. Now, this sounds like an extremely brave and audacious thing to say. Oh, wow, this is, but what's going on in the background? Her audience is almost entirely white.
Oh, by the way, chat, how are you doing okay without Facebook, WhatsApp, and the Messenger? What else is down? Facebook, Insta, WhatsApp, and Facebook Messenger, right?
English-speaking Americans.
How are you getting by without that stuff? Are you doing okay? Can you make it without?
This is who she's pandering to, and this is who's liking her tweet. So where's the real white supremacy here? There's more people of color in my fucking community than Luna Oi's community. I'm willing to bet on it. $1,000 I'm willing to bet on it. As
ID poll much?
the proportion of my viewers, there is more people of color
WhatsApp
than in
is
her
down?
community.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to fucking bet on it.
And Friendster. Wait, Friendster? Hey, wait, is Friendster still a thing, chat? I remember here. I don't think I ever used Friendster. I swear to God, somehow I skipped Friendster. When was Friendster popular? I remember it existing, but that's about it. Oh, going to Signal instead, yeah.
And I never knew that making white people uncomfortable.
ID poll when it suits them. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that going around.
I don't know, is dating white people making them feel uncomfortable? I don't know. I mean, whatever. It's none of my business.
I mean, Haz, that's the first sensible thing you said. Haz, it is none of your business. It's none of my business. It's none of any of our businesses. It's EJ and Luna's business. Can you please fuck off?
That's your personal business, but
But
you know,
he's I mean, I guess that's if you want to date a white person, that's your business. But yeah.
really sick of people thinking that Luna Oi is some representative of.
Oh, he
Vietnamese
is. He
communists.
absolutely is.
Because
he is. Look at this shit. Mask
That's just not
off.
true.
Mask off.
I really would love to hear what Vietnamese communists, who are primarily focused on their own country, Vietnam, have to say. And maybe she could say, well, Vietnam is victimized right now by American imperialism. Okay, then you should be pursuing the most effective strategy to get the boot of American imperialism.
And that is going on John Zerka doing dating shows and failing female anatomy. Failing to understand that the urethra is... Anyway, I don't even want to get into it, chat, but this guy's funny. This guy is turning into more and more of a lolcow, and I honestly think that is the best outcome. That is the best thing that we can do to Haz, is lolcow the fuck out of him.
Away from Vietnam. Are you doing that?
Okay, so Stardust, God, I don't even know. This is the Destiny Anavar thing, right? They all did a stream on Zerka. Anavar showed up. If you don't know, Anavar is somebody that Destiny dated and was a much smaller streamer, right? And there's... I can't really tell you much more than that, chat. I am not covering the drama of Destiny's personal life, although I suspect with the Anavar thing, there's some yikes-to-me there to be had, but I'm trying to stay off of it because it's a whole-ass rabbit hole. And if I cover Destiny Anavar, I'm not covering a lot of more important issues like the Lauren Southern boat video that you all missed. It's okay, you have time to go back and watch it. That was the VOD this Saturday. But yeah, I'm I have important stuff to cover, right? I'm trying not to get, sidetracked by Destiny's personal life. But, Zerka, Stardust, Haz, and some other people were on a stream with Anavar. Anavar, disclosed some stuff about, her relationship with Destiny. Destiny showed up. Everyone agreed to take down the VOD, except for Stardust. Stardust kept it up. And because of that, Stardust got like a lot more viewers that night, right? And then Haz and Zerka went fucking ham on Stardust. So that was beautiful. Anytime like you got like Haz fighting Stardust, oh, it's so, I'm fucking popcorn, chat. Actually, I didn't watch it. like I'm lying to you. I'm eating popcorn. No, I'm not doing shit. I honestly just skipped it.
By telling your American viewers,
the debate with Jason Unruhu was a banger. I haven't seen that either.
That they should condemn the masses and never have any relevance or power.
Unruhe, I always pronounce his name wrong.
Whatsoever in their country.
Unruh.
That is the consequence of what that means. The only way to challenge American imperialism from within is to win the fucking...
It's with Gorillas and Sons in chat, of course. The Gorillas and Sons chat. Gorillas and Sons. Or Cats and Coffee. Or Cats and Coffee.
American people. And show the American people how imperialism is against their interests. That's what communists in both China, in Vietnam, in Cuba, in every communist state, that's what they fucking say.
So wait. This is funny because as we all know, Haz? It's Haz. I can't tell. Listen, I can't tell them apart, okay? Is it Hans? Is it Haz? They both, kind of mediocre physiques, flexing, right? They're both doing drama instead of substance. They're both creating drama. They're both creating conflict. They're both like, just like, I can't tell them apart. But yeah, this is Haz, not Hans, right? Have I got it right? Okay, I'm just making sure that I can tell these two apart. But oh, it's German for nervousness, huh? Interesting.
They literally say that. I'm sorry. This whole Landback, Jay Sakai fucking thing, this whole bullshit, it's 100% fucking bullshit. It's 100% bullshit. It's 100% fucking bullshit.
Oh, wait. Here might be the real... Okay, so yeah. Okay, here's the irony. This is a fake Marxist. This is a fake communist. This motherfucker isn't even a materialist, alright? He's a Duganite. He has taken materialism and said, thank you very much, Marx, but I don't need this shit. And he tossed it over his shoulder into the wastebasket, okay? He has jettisoned materialism for a Duganist, spiritualist, weird champ position, okay? That is what he has done. He has given the gift of thank you very much, Marx, but I don't need this shit anymore. I don't need your materialism, dialectical or otherwise.
Don't think, because Luna Oi was quote tweeting someone and everyone was like, oh, you're a white woman, yeah, but it looks like it's like a person of color talking down to a white person, but at the end of the day, Luna Oi's ideology comes from white Americans. Her whole worldview comes from a white American. Non-compete is a white American.
Okay, so wait, Haz. If I dated somebody, like, does my world... As soon as, like, I take the D, Haz, does my world view come from whatever's attached to that D? Is that what you're saying? Like, anybody that you get fucked by, they like, what? They squirt their worldview into... What are you saying, dude? What are you fucking saying? What is this weird champ shit? What is he thinking? What is he thinking? If you got, like, what is the... How does this shit work? Really? Like, EJ and Luna are a couple, so therefore Luna's worldview is not her own? Haz, you're being fucking pedantic. You're being misogynistic, you piece of shit. Like, you think that Luna Oi can't have her own worldview? Hey, listen, if anything, Luna Oi has modified EJ's ideology more than EJ has modified Luna Oi's, right? In the time that they've been together, it's been more like EJ coming over to the communist side rather than, like, Luna going, becoming more of an anarchist, right?
Man. A white American man.
What's up, right? Comrade Pepe? How's it going?
That's where these ideas are coming from, because you don't find Jay Sakai in...
Does he force his girlfriends to adopt his ideology? I guess. Is that what you expect, dude? You're dating... Well, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't date... Like, I mean, chat. This is Haz we're talking about. I mean, maybe he just doesn't have a lot of experience, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, chat. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying.
Vietnam.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, okay?
Sakai is not
Is he 30, though? Is he 30?
The Vietnamese communists.
Was there like a movie about the 30-year-old...
Communists do not have a discourse of fetishization of indigenous people and all this dumb shit. They just don't. And by the way, Vietnam does have its own indigenous populations.
Wait, did Luna say that it doesn't? He's in his 20s. Okay. I was just gonna say... Like, I don't know, Haz. I don't think being part of your own... Listen, if you start a community that is, like, kind of just... If you're playing to a certain crowd of supreme gentlemen who don't have a lot of experience or understanding of women, it might just inhibit your own understanding and knowledge of women. I'm just saying, okay?
As far as I know, Hakim hasn't taken a side in this civil war.
She's in ANCOM now. I didn't know that. Really?
If he takes a side in this civil war, I'll go after him just like anyone else.
Okay, so...
And we're not even...
He's eating the mic again. Okay, chat. Let's... There's more where that came from. Because Haz, it sounds like he's done, but he's not done. He is not done. He's got more... It's got more hate for Luna Oi, apparently.
A warmonger pretending to be against U.S. imperialism. All of it... Listen, I want you to know how disgusting this person is. This person literally was just attacking...
You're calling Luna Oi disgusting? Okay.
Because they were saying that I'm downplaying the U.S. crimes in Vietnam, which I never fucking did, which I never even talked about the U.S. in Vietnam. I don't want the U.S. near Vietnam. Unlike her,
last I recall, she called LGBT activists in Vietnam a color revolution. So I'm gonna gatekeep the hell out of the ANCAP label. Wait, ANCOM label for until for. I'm pretty sure that's what she meant anyway. Well, wait, gate, what? Gay guessing? What is gate guessing?
Wants the U.S. in the South China Sea.
I've never heard that. Yeah, I figured that's what you meant.
I guess you should just do the most revolutionary thing of all. Leave America, just like Non-Compete, who apparently she's married to, and settle and find a spouse in foreign countries. This is the alternative Luna offers to socialist patriots.
Oh wait, okay, so Yucatan, are you talking about like with the whole Landback thing, or are you talking about just like you don't like Luna Oi?
Basically becoming a sex pact.
And by the way, welcome.
Now, how did Luna respond to this?
Yo, I'm gay. Oh, cool.
She said, Haz is...
Oh, guessing some... Wait, who guessed that somebody's gay? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Calling me a sex object. What? Look. If non-compete...
Oh, I mean, you were. Yeah, that was true on the stream that we just watched. Yeah, that was the implication, right? Looking at Luna as an object, looking at Luna as not having her own self-determination, looking at her as an extension of her boyfriend, or are they married? I'm not sure if they're married, but like, you know, an extension of her partner, right? Yeah, no, you absolutely were objectifying Luna, okay?
Pete looks bad over... me saying this, that's not my fucking problem, right? But the truth is, most people who fit the bill of this, settle and find a spouse in the foreign country, those are sex pats. That's literally what it fucking means. It's white predatory American men and Western men in general, England and Australia and New Zealand primarily.
Chat, have you heard this phrase before? Because honestly, infrareds, like, this is the first time I ever heard anyone say sex pats.
Or Canada, they go to Asia and they go and find wives in Asia. You know, like, that's what sexpat means. They're expats who are they're preying on people, right? That's majority of people doing that fit the bill. Now does
I mean, listen, like, here's what I know. I know that there's sex tourism in Thailand, and usually that involves, like, you know, Americans doing, like, you know, being with people that would be illegal for them to, or that are, you know, anyway, there's a lot of problems with Thailand, but, like, I don't understand, like, what that has to do with EJ and Luna. It doesn't seem like that has to do with EJ and Luna.
non-compete himself fit the bill for that? I don't know. I have no reason.
Like, if you're gonna accuse, like, what's up, Haz is spot on about the slime. Okay. Wait, does Haz have a slime discourse like Kelama? Oh, that's right, the Skippy the bear. I almost forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me that.
I can't know, right? I don't know. I literally don't know. I wasn't even saying he was a sex pat. I'm just saying most
sex pat is a thing, kind of related to white libertarian with Asian wife. Okay, I haven't heard of this. There are men who feel they can do that. Black Pigeon went to Japan. Black Pigeon speaks. Okay, yeah. For this reason and found no such luck. Oh my god, that's kind of funny. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I don't think that's what that's what EJ's doing either.
So the people who fit the bill, basically.
Wait, Luna's a person. Wait, Luna's smart. Do you not think women can have their own politics? Slime neat. Where do you think I get my politics? Okay, I'm not dating anybody right now. Where do you think my politics? Do you think that the politics have to come from like somebody like? Like, do I only get politics when somebody fucks me? Like, what are you thinking? Like, really? This is some weird ass champ hours here. This is some weird ass champ shit.
Basically becoming a sex pet.
That's not what you're saying, right, Slime? You're not saying that women have to get their views from whoever they're dating.
And she said, pause. He's smearing me as a sex object or something.
He's implying EJ treats Luna as an object, which is the problem. That was my first thought. She's in her 30s, right? I mean, there isn't much age difference. Normally, those people, yeah, like Haz. Haz is talking about like 50-year-olds that want to have sex with teenagers. Okay, so there's more of a power dynamic there, right? And that's the problem with that, is that, like, you know, they're operating on a power dynamic. Also, where's Haz getting his stream baits from? Chat. Okay, wait, can we do a poll? Can we do a poll real quick? Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can, I don't know. Let's see if we can muster the weird champs here. I want to know, should I use stream beats like Haz is doing? Yes or no? Ask your community. Go! Okay, this is my poll. I want to know, chat. What do you think? Should I be using stream beats? Would you like some cheesy copyright-free music from Harris Heller to be part of my streams, to just kind of like give a little, I don't know, is it vibe? I mean, I don't know. Listen, I like music too, but it's like I don't know. I just don't know a lot of good copyright-free music, but I'm into it. If you're into it, chat, I'm into it.
Shit. This is so fucking disgusting. She's literally such a slanderous, disgusting person.
I mean,
most bottom.
That's some self-reporting right there, Haz.
Of the fucking barrel thing. Overall, the United States evokes negative reactions among Muslim publics, but nowhere are there more negative feelings than among the Shia population.
Yeah, I want to know this.
Not
what do you think, chat? What's up, Common Love?
Pew Research expressed a favorable opinion. 98% of Lebanese Shia have negative views of America. So where my family comes from, the place my family was born in, my parents were born there, my family comes from there, and I'm still a citizen of Lebanon too. 98% of people have an unfavorable opinion of the U.S.
Okay.
Could you imagine if I could leverage my identity politics way more than Luna Oi?
Wait. Whoa, dude, you do. That's all. Like, listen, half of you is like a Chapo Trap House dirtbag leftist. and the other half of you is like a dyed-in-the-wool ID poll, SJW. Haz, you're like the marriage of you are literally strange bedfellows. You yourself. Now you could say the same thing about me, but the difference is that I make this look good, Haz. I make this look good.
Country with a 72%.
Hey, what's up, Vamps? Good to see you.
Favorable opinion of the U.S. 70-something%. I forgot which one it is.
Wait, Haz is an op? Okay, I don't know. I can't.
And she's married to an American.
No Asian person has that kind of understanding of communism. She sounds like a Western Marxist. Well, wait. Hey, Common, are you saying that she hasn't jettisoned her dialectical materialism the way that Haz has? She's not a Duganite? That like just is like, yeah, materialism, schmaterialism. That's my problem with Haz. This guy's calling Luna a fake communist, and yet he's not a materialist. He doesn't tick one of the main fucking boxes, right, of Marxism. He's like, just like, yeah, thanks a lot, Marx, but I can do better with Dugan.
A white American man.
Hey, what's up, Danabo? Good to see you.
So when it comes to this identity politics shit that she's trying to leverage, because she's playing games with identity politics.
Yeah, I've never seen you do that, Haz.
I have a way bigger fucking advantage than her.
Dude, he's fucking flexing his ID poll. What is wrong with you, Haz? What is wrong with you? You've got fucking self-report right here. Did motherfucker's flexing his ID poll?
Bigger fucking advantage than her. Where I come from.
He's not anywhere near Chapo League. Do you mean that in a good way or a bad way? That's all you do.
From 98%.
Oh my god, are you quoting me from the Mel debate? Oh, holy shit, Eudaimonia.
The research people couldn't even find one person where I come from that likes the US.
Okay.
Not even one person.
You directed towards Haz. Yeah.
Not even one fucking person. And she.
What is this rant? My country got fucked by the U.S. bigger than yours. Your country got fucked by the U.S.
She's trying to use identity politics to smear me. She's using identity politics. Hey, and guess what?
I mean, listen. Here's the deal. If you bring up race, or, gender, or sexual orientation, gender identity, and it's pertinent, I don't call that ID poll. Alright? I call it ID poll when you're just trying to throw that in there. Because you know you're wrong, and you want to confuse the issue, and you want to try to make it like about something that it's not. Like, I call that shit ID poll, okay? And we've seen a lot of that, but like that's I don't know if he understands.
I don't know why.
I don't know if his understanding of ID poll is exactly the same as my understanding.
I can reconcile that contradiction, because yeah, in Lebanon, you should fucking hate America. I want you to hate America if you live in Lebanon, or if you live in the Middle East. Go ahead. But if I live here, then my job isn't to hate America. It's to make America better.
Make America greater?
It's to improve America. Because I'm living here. If I hate America, I better pack up my bags and move there. I better pack up my fucking bags and move. And that's why I literally said this. I said, look, if we're not going to be American patriots, we have to do what your boyfriend did, or your husband, and just leave and go to another country. Which is what sexpats are already doing. But are they revolutionaries because they're doing...
I have way bigger advantage than her. My arms! My gigantic arms! Yeah.
That? No! The thing
it's too bad he skipped chest day, though, right?
should do is stay in our country and...
I think even Hans has got better... I mean, Hans's gains aren't super lean. I'm guessing Hans is probably in the middle of a bulking cycle. It kind of looks like there's a lot of extra extra stuff there. Maybe Hans is going to do some cutting later on. But yeah, I think Hans could at least keep infrared on track as far as making sure you're not skipping chest day and everything else besides bicep. That's all Haz does, I swear to God. He's like fucking preacher curls all day, yeah?
Fight for our country, because it's our country. We should fight for this country, and we should fight to oppose U.S. imperialism.
If you come at someone as hard as he has, you should expect retaliation and defensive measures.
Makes sense. If America improves by your measure, wouldn't that be good for Lebanon? Yes, it would. Yes, it would. That's the thing. If I believe in the American people, And I have faith in the American people.
Oh my
And I
god.
help build a movement of the American people.
Whoa, this dude loves America. For somebody that's so against American imperialism, he loves fucking MAGA. He loves America. He loves Donald Trump.
Well, guess what? Maybe then
He's just using her logic against her?
those people in Lebanon
What's up, Gorilla Gang? How's it going?
won't
Good to
have
have
an
you.
issue with America because we won't be meddling in their business. We'll be focusing on our own country instead. You see the difference?
Okay, so chat, if you don't know, we got a vote right here, okay? I think there's more, like, yeah, we got 12 votes, and there's more of you than 12, all right? So get in there and vote and tell me, what do you think? You hear how Haz is using stream beats, like these kind of like copyright-free EDM and like whatever the hell he's listening to. Should I be doing that? Is that good? Would you appreciate some copyright-free music along with your analysis of this shit, or not so much? I don't mean right now, because obviously we're listening to Haz's music right now, right? But like when I'm covering something without music, right? I do not believe in the American people. I mean, like that I believe in, like, I don't know, a percentage of the American people, but yeah, I don't know how big that percentage is, honestly. What's he going on about? I'm following, but he seems to be all over the place. I mean, it's the Luna Oi thing. He thinks that EJ is a sex pat. He thinks that Luna Oi is like a he all but like called her like a catalog wife or something like that. It's really offensive what he's doing. He's being an enormous fucking dick here. He's making a lot of assumptions. He's all up in EJ and Luna's business in a way that I think is really fucking cringe. So I don't know what's up with Haz today, but yeah, he's got a thing with Luna.
But what Luna Oi is trying to tell Americans,
He's got a real problem with Luna,
is that we have to be like non-compete. We have to be anarchists who reject our own country and disavow our own country and even leave our own.
So you'd rather be a nationalist and yet call yourself a leftist even though you're not a mature cause. Haz.
Country. Why should we leave our own country and go be a burden on countries like Vietnam? How does non-compete contribute to Vietnam? Is that what the revolutionary thing...
With puppets, Haz. Do you not know this? Non-compete has puppets. Puppets. That's how non-compete contributes to Vietnam. With puppets.
...is to do. If you're not a fucking patriot, you need to get the fuck out of this country.
Mask off. Mask off. Mask off. Like, Haz, you better be careful. You're gonna make Eudaimonia say NCC was right. I don't know. We'll see if that actually happens or not.
Be a patriot for something. If you're a black nationalist, then you can be a patriot for the black people, black nationalism. That's fine.
Oh, okay,
if you're indigenous,
okay.
You can be
So
a
you're gonna
patriot for the
you gotta be a
indigenous
patriot for something. Okay.
people. That's fine. If you're Latino, you can be a patriot for
Socialism with American characteristics? That sounds gross.
Latino people. That's fine. But if you are not a patriot at all in this land, you should get the fuck out.
So yeah, this is some MAGA. This is some MAGA right here. Like, I always wonder, is Haz trying to co-opt MAGA, or is MAGA co-opting Haz? And I think we're starting to get our answer here. This guy's not about anything anymore other than fucking drama, not knowing female anatomy, and MAGA. That's what he's about. He came on here, you know, completely different. Like, if you watch on Twitch my Bird Brains from last week with Eudaimonia about the origins of infrared part 2, you know, talking about Lefty Pole and talking about the beginning of infrared, you'll see that, like, at the inception, infrared was a very different thing. This is really something different. That, like, you know, he's becoming more and more. He's becoming Zerka. I don't know what else to say. He's becoming Zerka.
Mexico has a 55% unfavorable view of the U.S. in 2020.
Wait. I don't get it. Like, okay, so other countries don't like the citizenry, don't like the U.S., but you should be patriotic. You should be patriotic. We gotta wrap ourselves in the flag, even though... Oh my god, no. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is.
If you live in a country and this country feeds you, it clothes you, it shelters you, the food you're eating comes from...
The food I'm eating comes from overworked immigrants that are exploited by American capitalism. Haz, what the fuck is your point? Like that... What?
This country...
Uncle Sam didn't grow my broccoli, okay? Uncle Sam didn't grow my potatoes. Uncle Sam didn't pick my, Uncle Sam didn't pick my carrots, okay?
And comes from the labor of the people working in that fucking country.
Yeah, people, exploited people, taken advantage of by capitalist American, like, culture, right? What are you talking about? Like, what does he mean by the country? What is the... Can somebody... Hey, we got a lot of Guerrilla Gang in here. Listen, I'm not agreeing with what he's saying, but if one of you can explain it to me better, maybe I'll understand, all right? What does he mean by... What is the country to Haz? Is he talking about the people? Is he talking about the government? Is he talking about the spirit, the apple pie and the fireworks and the American flag? Like, what is America to Haz? What does he mean by that? What does he mean when he says that? Because that can mean so many different things.
Then no. You call yourself a fucking communist and you're doing nothing.
Landback is a stupid idea, but Batco, if you were to want to find out what Landback really was, because that's a Vosh take right now. I just want to point that out. You're on board with Vosh. You agree with Vosh on this, all right? But like, but here, like, where would you go to find out what the Landback movement was really about? Can you tell me? Okay, there's a paper, okay? There's a paper online that's put together by the people that are actually part of the Landback movement. Could you tell me where to find that if I were to ask you? Or do you kind of just like not know what you're talking about and you kind of have a big idea Landback sounds like this and this and this and I don't like that, you know, like, because like so many of the debate bros that I argue with, they don't know what Landback is. They'll push back against it, but they don't understand. They think it's like literally we're going to be like, get the, you know, like, we're going to be told, get the fuck out, you know, you're going back to Europe tomorrow, right? And that, like, you know, like, only First Nations people are allowed to remain on the continent, on Turtle Island, right? That's what I've heard from a lot of debate bros. Like, I'm just making sure that your viewpoint is a little bit more informed by that, because these people, they never go and read the original sources. They never engage with the actual proponents of Landback. They just engage with this straw man, right? And, like, you know, it'd be a shame if you were making the same mistake as Bosch, the same mistake as the people that you criticize. That would be a shame.
But virtue signal against this country.
Wait, Bosch criticized the fuck out of Antifa. What are you talking about?
As a whole, and condemn its people and condemn this fucking country. You have no fucking right to be here then.
And like, listen, if you're against the Antifa, let's do some. Okay, so like, let's do some formal logic here. Here's what we'll do. Okay. Wait, I gotta make this happen somehow. We're gonna do a little MS Paint here, okay? I just want to illustrate a concept in mathematics really quickly, okay? Here we go. Okay, so let's go back here, and we'll switch this for a second. Not that one. Oh my god, chat. This is why I don't like to do this. I don't like to mess around with OBS while I'm streaming, because it disrupts everything. It makes it hard to deal. Is that right? No. There we go. Okay. So here we go. Will that work? No, it doesn't work. God fucking damn it. Why is it that I can't do... Why can't I do an MS Paint stream like Vosh? Oh my god, chat. Oh my god, chat, this would be so easy. Does it really not want to take my, Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, Paint. Let's see, what do I have? Do I have it? There it is. Okay, let's just use Paint itself, okay? Because I don't need a fancy app or anything like that. I just need regular old MS Paint will do just fine. Paint, MS Paint, there we go. Okay, there we got it, okay. All right, so let's do a little formal logic here. All right, let's try this out. Let's do this RGR style. We're gonna do this RGR style. Okay. So we got the. Oh my God, no, I don't want that. I do not want that. I want this. Okay. We got... Oh my god. Okay. Like a little bit... Come on. Come on. Yeah? Something like that? Okay. So we got the... There we go. My beautiful handwriting, chat. Alright. We got the fa right here. Alright? Now we know what the fa means? That's fascism right there. All right, we all agree that we don't like this. We don't like this. We don't like the fa. We are all again. We are all in agreement. Is anybody for the fa here? Because yeah, we'd like that'd be interesting to know. Is anybody pro this? This is fa. This is fascism. Anybody stand for this? Anybody pro this? All right. I'm gonna guess the answer is no. Okay. So we take the fa and we combine it with an anti. Okay. So anti is negative, right? Negative fa. I'm against the fa, okay? Now we're going to do one more set of brackets here. One more set of brackets here. All right? So you said you were against Antifa because Antifa was trash. So that takes this negative fa, negative times fa, and we put another negative times this. So this is -1 times -1. You multiply those, and you got +1. Now you got +1 and you got fa. Do you know what you just said? You just called yourself a fascist. That's right. Nice self-report. Yep, that's you. There we go. There we go. Here we go. We multiply a negative by a negative. We end up with a positive. We multiply that positive by the fa, and we're left with fascism. And that's what we're all left with without the ability to fight it, with a strategy to oppose fascism, all right? So... thanks for the self-report. Thanks for playing. Good game. Good fucking game. Alright, you see, I can do the MS Paint thing too. Only thing is my handwriting is terrible.
The proletariat knows no fatherland. That's not fucking true. Internationalism has to be the basis of leftist politics. Yeah, that's called internationalism, which is between nations. Look it up. It's not beyond nations. It's...
You don't need to read the paper to know what Landback is. No, you do. You do, because otherwise you're just taking words and you're saying Landback. To me, that sounds like this. You're full of shit. You won't engage with the actual ideology. You won't engage with the actual movement, all right? If you want to be against Landback, read what the fuck it's about instead of talking out of your ass. All right, we need less ass ventriloquists in this chat.
Between nations. Good luck finding a long-term partner in this AIDS country, then. What does that have to do with anything?
What? What did they say? Good.
This is all I said.
Wait, what was that last? Good luck finding. Okay, I don't. Good luck finding a partner in this AIDS. Is this like 4chan lingo here? Like not just 4chan, but we're talking like 4chan, like circa like back when I was on 4chan, right? Like this is like.
And
are we using AIDS as a fucking adjective? Are we using AIDS as an adjective here?
Basis, she started smearing me as accusing her of being a sex.
The negation of the negation is not the original statement. Yeah, but we're still left with fascism. Your idea leaves us with fascism. Good job. Good job. And this is the thing. This dumb motherfucker trusts the MAGAs. He thinks that the MAGAs are going to have solidarity. If I can just reach out to them and let them know that I care about them as a working class individual, they'll stop being racist against me. Bullshit, Haz. Bullshit. They'll kill you, is what they'll do. If you get rid of every element that's fighting them, they will fucking get rid of you.
Object. And
one way or the other.
This is her words, the rape trauma of U.S. soldiers in Vietnam. What the fuck is she talking about? What the fuck is she literally talking about? Literally, what the fuck is she actually talking about? What the literal fuck is she...
I think she's talking about, like... Do I need to roll this back or something? Like, I think she's talking the sexual trauma, you know, based on the war in Vietnam, right? There was, you know, a lot of sex crimes committed by U.S. soldiers. Is that... I'm thinking that's what she's talking about, right?
She actually fucking
AIDS country, yes. Well, we can't stop here. This is AIDS country. Hey. Heemdout and Lance had a great discussion about Landback. Oh, well, I mean, that's good. Heemdout really Heemdout's really missing a lot. Heemdout doesn't seem to understand shit about Landback. So hopefully Lance straightened him out on that.
Can anyone...
But I don't think that's going to stop Heemdout from being an absolute bitch for Vosh.
explain what the fuck she's actually...
Like, that's really weak, Heemdout, to see you fucking carrying water for a piece of shit like that on this issue, and helping somebody like Professor Flowers be, like, lied about and canceled. Yeah, like, listen, like, that's the one thing that Heemdout never did, is participate in the cancellation of me. He didn't really stand up for me, because he's a gutless swine, but he didn't punch me, you know, while I was on the ground. So, you know, good, you know, I was kind of like less, like, you know, I held a higher opinion of Heemdout until I saw him join in the cancellation of Professor Flowers, and then I was like, yeah, no, he's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit, just like the rest of them, just like the rest of those fucking weak ass, pussy ass orbiters.
When she says that, I'm an American, and I'm trying to focus on my own country.
He's trying to do the Hassan thing, and it isn't working.
I'm an American. I'm trying to focus on my own country. I'm focused on my own country's politics, and I'm trying to...
We should just cater to people's ignorance because populism.
Fight tirelessly at every
Yes.
expression of apologia for American imperialism.
Like, listen, here you got two options. Either Haz is a dipshit who you shouldn't be listening to, or he's a traitor. When he says trust MAGA, that's shit that'll get people killed. That's shit that'll get people deported. Okay? That's shit that'll get people treated like second-class citizens. So he either is too stupid to know that, in which case you shouldn't be listening to him, or he's a traitor, in which case you shouldn't be listening to him.
Fucking alienated myself from every single person on this platform because of how vehemently...
Either way, you need to get your lips, you know, you need to, like, rip your lips off the dude's ass, because it's not doing you any good.
I am signaling against American imperialism in all manifestations. But I'm here focused on my own fucking country. And Luna Oi is going on Twitter every fucking day and shitting on the American Patriotic Socialists.
Oh my god, the American Patriotic Socialist? Holy shit, this...
efforts.
What country do you live in, Haz? Because that's not the America I know. American Patriotic Socialist?
Effectively taking the side of all of the leftists we're struggling against. So she's taking a side...
All the leftists struggling against, because you're a right-winger, Haz. Because you're a right-winger, because you're a traitor, because you're working for the other team. You're working for MAGA.
In this American
You're a
struggle.
scumbag.
I don't give a shit where she lives. I don't care that she lives in Vietnam. I don't care if she lived in the fucking North Pole or the South Pole. The minute she plants her feet using her platform in this dispute, she's taking a side in a war.
Just speak to Haz. Hey, Habishbot, do you have $200? And can you get this guy to dye his hair blue? Because those are my requirements, Haz. If you want to debate me, make it rain. Make it rain. Give me some of that Zerka money, Haz. Give me some of that money that you've been making by kissing Zerka's ass, okay?
Between American leftists. She's trying to weaponize her Vietnamese...
Or Habash... I'm probably mispronouncing your name. I'm sorry. Habeshabat. Or you could pay me. Or you could pay me. But you got to get this guy to dye his hair blue. So we get some blue hair from Haz. Then we can talk about debating. But I set for my requirements very clearly, alright? Haz doesn't get into my Discord unless he dyes his hair blue and pays me $200.
Background, which is the most pathetic, stupid fucking thing I can imagine.
Listen, being a working class person doesn't cover up the fact that you're an eliminationist racist asshole. Alright? And I know you want to think that those MAGAs, they're not really racist. It's just because the leftists tell us that they're racist. No, they're really racist. Hey, listen, asshole, I come from MAGA country. I come from that part of the fucking United States, okay? I know these people. They want your blood or to kick you the fuck out. They don't give a fuck about you if you're not white, alright? I fucking grew up with these people, alright? I heard their fucking dog whistles all my life. I saw their Confederate fucking statues all my life, alright? I fucking know a little bit about MAGA America. And I can tell you, it is not friendly to anyone who is not white. Okay, that is not a nice place to be. And if you get acceptance, it's fake acceptance. It's because you're one of the good ones, right? If you'll kiss their ass, they'll put up with you for now. But their long-term goal is to get rid of immigrants. They want an America that is white. These are racist fucking people. And if you think that, like, yo, they haven't heard the Marxist gospel. I mean, first of all, it's not a gospel. It's dialectical materialism. It's a little different than a gospel, right? And the fact that these Duganites look at Marxism in a weird champ spiritual sense it tells you everything that you need to know about them being fake ass Marxists, right? Haz is calling Luna Oi a fake communist. I'm calling him a fake tanky. He's a fake tanky. He's not even a tanky. He's tricking you.
She's arguing,
and he's leading you down a route that's fucking dangerous. It's dangerous for me, and if you're not white, it's dangerous for you.
And if you are insinuating her partner is a sex pact, that she is a mere sex object of said sex pact. That has nothing to do with me, though. That has nothing to do with me.
No, it does. It absolutely does. Okay, so Chad does not want me to listen to... Chad does not want me to be like Haz.
By that definition...
Alright, we're going to end this poll. Chat says, do not be like Haz. Do not listen to Stream Beats.
They leave America
65% no.
And find
okay.
a family and home in another country. Or whatever. They find a spouse. It's
okay, I gotta chill the fuck out, Chad.
Logic. I didn't even...
You're turning me into Haz. Is that your goal? Is that why you've come here? Are you trying to turn me into Haz? You want me to bounce? You know, like, I mean, what do you want?
Call him a sex pact.
Can we get some gorillas? Can we get some gorillas and sons in chat though? I would like some of those. Can you post me some gorillas and sons though?
But if you think this implicates him...
Listen, I don't like infrared, but I like the memes, okay? I like the memes. So give me some memes, infrareddies.
The sex pact.
Can I call you infrareddies? Is that okay?
On you, and that's not on me.
Listen, Habesh, all I need is gorillas and sons from you. All I need is gorillas and sons in chat, okay? That's what I asked for. I don't see you giving me those gorillas and sons. I need to see that, okay? Can we muster the weird champs? Listen, if at any time, infracell, I can say that, it's YouTube, yay. If at any time, like, yeah, Hazpats, I don't know.
She is meddling in the business of the American left, which is fine. But then
Wait, he just shit on leftists. Listen, he just shit on leftists. Haz told you that he hates leftists. Can you do the math? Do I have to get out my MS Paint program again to show you, like, what that means? He's not left-wing. He's right-wing.
I'm going to treat you as an American leftist and not as a Vietnamese leftist. You understand the difference?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think he's leaving the left, actually, is what he's doing. He's Dave Rubining. He's leaving the left. He hates it. He hates it here. He hates the left. He loves the right. He loves MAGA. How much more explicit does this guy have to be for you fucking infracells to get what the fuck he is about? Do you understand?
Yeah, look at all these fucking notifications.
Hell yeah, girls and sons. I'm having fun, chat. I'm having fun.
Exactly.
I love the memes. Listen, if there's one thing I like about infrared, it's the memes, okay? Oh, and the Anglo box. That's a pretty good meme too. I actually think that's a pretty good meme. I actually think that's pretty apt. Wait. What is this shit that he's playing? This is like does anybody know what this is? I've heard this song. Tears that what is this song? Chat, can somebody tell me? This is familiar. Am I gonna get in trouble for like copyright music here?
Yeah. I know what they're fucking doing, don't worry. And if they succeed, well then what do you want me to do? It is what it is. Real
Marxists hate the left. Good fucking memes. Good memes. Your shit works backwards, Cameron. I'm just pointing that out. Your shit is backwards.
I mean, you know.
Like, look. Trusting the wrong people in Amogus will get you vented, okay? Trusting the wrong people ideologically will get you vented IRL. Can you please do the math for me? Like, I don't want any of us to get hurt. I don't want any of us to get hurt by MAGA. And MAGA is an eliminationist movement, all right? Just so you know, I come from MAGA country. I grew up with these people. I know what the fuck they're like, okay? They are not just like working class schlubs that are just waiting to fucking read the glory of Marxism and their brains are just gonna go psh, and the racism's all gonna go away. Listen, they are fucking racist. Their identity is wrapped up in their whiteness. And I don't see that this guy is doing anything to deconstruct their whiteness.
That's all they can.
Because he's a right winger. Why would he?
That's all they can fucking do is defend.
This is what this doesn't fucking make sense to me. Like this'll get you clapped, Haz. You think you can make common cause with people who hate your guts?
Doing is defending sex pets. Anyone who's mad over that tweet.
You know what Haz is? Okay, Haz is a feeder. He's a feeder. He's feeding the other team because he's so bad at this. He doesn't fucking he's got his head up his ass. He thinks MAGA is his best friend. He thinks Donald Trump is his best fucking friend. This motherfucker's a feeder, and he's trying to feed you to MAGA. He's trying to feed me to MAGA, alright? He's a feeder.
Defending sex pets. Simple as that. I didn't even call non-compete the sex pet.
Wait, what? Wait, is that right? Is that right? Wait, is that right? Did he not call non-compete a sex pat? Wait, I thought he did. Maybe I'm wrong.
The thing is,
CIA did the remake of True Grit.
She has been targeted.
Most MAGAs aren't racist. You don't know MAGAs. You don't fucking know. I grew up with these people, okay? Even when they don't announce racism, even if they say, oh no, we're not racist, they've got fucking whiteness in the brain. They got whiteness brainworms, okay? And even without realizing it, even without thinking that they're racist, they'll be racist, right? They've got these ideas. Their whole identity is wrapped up in whiteness, right? And they can't see through it. And unless Haz offers them something to deconstruct that with, they're not going to get there. Haz ain't got shit for that. Haz isn't doing shit for that. He thinks they're okay as they are. They're not. They're eliminationists. They want to kick people out that aren't white. They are very racist. Like, listen, I hate to tell you, but like in the South, they're really good at hiding their racism. They're really good at hiding it with a smile, and they'll offer you a sweet tea, and they're like, how are you doing? You know, like it's fucking fake though. Don't be taken in by this shit. Don't be fooled by this shit. As long as you're one of the good ones, they'll act nice to you, right? But that's only a means to the end, and the end is kicking everybody that doesn't look like them the fuck out of their country. That's what these people are about, okay?
Me for days because me.
Oh my god, chat! I'm not supposed to yell. I'm like in my new house. I got new roommates, and here I am yelling just like Haz. I'm gonna like fucking put the mic down my throat. You know, I'm gonna deep throat the mic like Haz.
Jackson and Kate.
Is it your fault? Hey, listen, Gorilla Gang. Is Haz deep throating the mic? Is that because of you? Are you doing that to him? Are you turning me into Haz? That's what I'm asking. Are you turning me into Haz? Is that what your goal is? Is that what you're after?
Are the only 3 fucking people, and maybe
I mean, look at this. I got a tank top on just like Haz.
We're the only people who are signaling the American patriotism. It's not a spontaneous phenomena. It's something that's
MAGA suffers from false consciousness. No shit. It's the job of Marxists. Listen, they need more than just telling they need more than just for somebody to tell them that they're not being wronged by immigrants. Let's be serious for a second, okay? Let's settle down a little bit, okay? They need more than that. Like, right? Okay, so whiteness is a social construct. It's not my skin, right? A lot of people think it's skin. That's what whiteness is. It's not. It's not. Whiteness has changed over the years. Different groups have been included in whiteness. Different groups have been discluded in whiteness. It's changed. It's a social construct. It's an idea that exists in my head. Yes, and I said my head because I got whiteness too, right? I haven't deconstructed that shit. It takes a fucking shit long time to do. Like, if you grow up in America, you get kind of inculcated out this gets normalized. You think it's like a real thing. I mean, probably other, Western countries too, right? But maybe in a slightly different way. Because like, surprise, surprise, around the world, like not like anything, like different, like there's different concepts of whiteness, right? But it all functions the same in that it's like a concept that's constructed in opposition to that which is not white, right? So it is by its very nature, eliminationist. It is by its very nature white supremacist, right? So in order to get somebody out of this, you don't just tell them that, hey, you're working class just like these other people, and it just goes away. That doesn't happen. It has to be deconstructed. It's a tough thing to deconstruct. I am aware of my whiteness, and I still can't deconstruct it, right? And I don't mean that I hate myself because I'm white or anything like that, or I think that I'm a piece of shit because I'm white. It's nothing like that. What it is that it's brainworms. And it colors everything that we see and do. Okay? And it takes a fuckload of work to deconstruct it. It takes acknowledging it, it takes seeing it, and then it takes really kind of I don't even know. When you read people who think about this shit, when you read the work of Afro pessimists, there's not a clear route to deconstructing it, but that's what needs to happen in order for solidarity to occur. That's what you want, right, gorillas? Solidarity between people. You got this whiteness thing standing in the way, and he's not going to deconstruct it. He's not going to tell him how to get out of it. He doesn't have a plan for that. He thinks it's going to dissolve magically with the gospel of Marx Engels, right? And that's not how that shit works. That is class reductionist bullshit, and that shit will get you clapped at Amogus. And by Amogus, I mean IRL.
Originating in us. We're the ones who... It's like they're beating... all of left Twitter's against it. We're the only ones who are for it. It's fucking pathetic.
The US did everything for 80 years for socialism, not to get a foot in the door, but it still gained popularity in the last 10 years. So I wouldn't say that it has failed yet. Their entire worldview they've been fed their entire life needs to be challenged. It can be done, but while doing that, 20 more will be radicalized. To
it's
break
so
the system,
pathetic.
You have to find the thermal exhaust. The thermal... Wait, is that an Amogus reference? Hey, Habishabat, likewise. And my strategy would work better.
She weaponized...
I'm not. Listen, I know the difference between the Republicans and the people of Stormfront. I'm not calling Republicans explicitly racist. What they are is mostly implicitly racist, okay? And Democrats too, right? Most of America has got whiteness brainworms, right? It even you don't even have to be white to have them, right? It's the way it colors the perception of everything in the world, right? And if you're not aware of it, that's the difference between... Okay, there you go. There's the difference between MAGAs and everybody else. The MAGAs are in no way aware of whiteness. They don't see it as a thing. They don't see it as a problem. They're not even fucking aware. The rest of us, we might have some concept of it. We might think that we've got it, we've got it under control. We might think that we're aware of it. Usually we're not. Usually we still have a lot of work to do, right? But the MAGAs are the people who just fucking reject it out of hand. And they don't want to look at the concept of whiteness as anything more than just their skin. That's literally where it begins and ends. They really don't understand this shit. They got more than just some false consciousness, okay? They got brainworms. They got imperialist brainworms. They got, white supremacist brainworms, right? But that's different than the people at Stormfront, as somebody pointed out. Yeah, I do recognize that. I don't call MAGA people, I don't put them on the same level as Stormfront, okay? Or the politics Discord or anything like that, okay?
Has identity politics and all this shit against me. An Arab man. Remember, I'm an Arab man, right? I tagged you on Discord where she said they would side with the US in a Sino-American war. What? Let me see. What is this?
Yeah, that's the thing too, is that like the MAGAs are profoundly bad at recognizing the Stormfronters among them. Like, right? They're in denial. They don't think that they're friends. They're white supremacists. They're explicitly fucking racist white supremacists. If they put it to them as the Great Replacement, like a Lauren Southern kind of thing, right? If they like, so the Stormfront people, hardcore eliminationists, right? They don't give the MAGAs like hardcore, let's fucking kill everybody. They don't say that. They say, what they say is that there's a Great Replacement and you got to fight it. Your white people are in danger, right? And these MAGAs, when these people say jump, the MAGAs say how high, and they don't even realize it. They don't even realize the dude right next to you is a fucking Nazi, but you don't want to believe it because you want to think that your MAGA movement is pure and it's just about loving America and loving Trump and not being one of them liberals, right? It's a lot like Haz. Haz's problem is that he's doing too much reacting to liberalism and not enough Marxism. Marxism isn't just anti-liberalism. Marxism is its own ideology, right? And when your mindset, I mean, like fucking Star Wars, right? When your mindset is coming from hate, that generally leads to a bad place, right? And it makes it easy for you to be exploited. It makes it easy for somebody to trick you into going after things that are not in your, favor, right? It makes it, you get tricked into being a useful idiot. And this guy's a useful idiot. I don't think that he is on board with the fucking MAGA agenda. I think he just doesn't really realize what it is. Oh, hey, no, there's something smart, Habib Shabbat. I'll agree with you on some of that, okay? Leftists do need to do less reaction to the cultural affect of MAGA America, right? A lot of what some leftists and a lot of liberals and a few leftists will concentrate on is just like the kind of like cultural shit, right? Let's get beyond cultural shit. Cultural shit doesn't matter. We're working on ideological shit. Now, the problem with Haz is he spends too much of his shit obsessed with culture war bullshit, right? He's obsessed with these ideas of traditionalism, fucking tradcon here, right? And this tradcon nature that he has is pulling him in the wrong direction, is pulling him against his own interests.
All I want to do is dispel the fucking...
Listen, if you bring something up that's based, I'm going to say it's based, okay? And I don't think that everything that Haz says is wrong, okay? I don't think that everything that he says is wrong, okay? I'm not reacting against him. I'm reacting towards a greater solidarity. And I don't think this guy gets us there. But if he says something right, I'm not afraid to admit that. I don't think the same is true for him. I think he's entirely reacting against Antifa, against the left, against the, so-called perceived enemies. And in doing that, he's becoming a useful idiot. He's becoming a tool. Don't you be a tool too. Don't you get used, okay? You're better than that.
Lie in the assumption
that the Tradcon id runs wild. Yeah, it's wild with him.
That this person represents Vietnamese communists. That is all I fucking want to do. That's all I want you
Oh my god, chat, you got me fucking...
This person does not represent...
You got me to go off. I gotta give you... Hey, props to the Guerrilla Gang, okay? You got me... You got me fucking... You got me worked up, okay? I appreciate it. I like that, actually.
The mainstream of Vietnamese communists. And they're LARPing and pretending they are.
I haven't gotten worked. Listen. I haven't gotten worked up like that in a while. Okay, I appreciate you.
Heavily Americanized. And a lot of people are saying, "Oh, Haz, there's such a great irony in you pointing out that she's Americanized when you're actually an American." I am a fucking American, which is why I'm a patriot. I've never pretended to be anything but an American. That's why I have the position I do. I'm a fucking American patriot because I'm an American. This person's an Americanized person who's pretending to be this anti-American person. That's all I've been trying to fucking point.
Haz, if you don't see how that kind of sentiment can be exploited by imperialism, then you've got your head further up your ass than I realized, okay?
Point out.
That is easily exploitable, my dude. That is easily exploitable.
Holy shit!
You don't think he's a tradcon? Okay. His point on traditions was more nuanced. Well, can you unpack that for us, Common? Because if I'm missing something, I'd love to know.
Like, yeah, I am a fucking American. Obviously I am. That's why
This
I'm
is
an
good
American
stuff.
patriot.
This is good stuff. Okay.
So, if you guys need further proof, look, you know what? All those Mango Press, Gen Zedong, Baizuo people, let's actually see. So, guys, this is really the nail in the coffin.
In the Peter
Peter
coffin?
Wiley's saving this shit.
Wait.
Wiley,
You just said it. You just said it. Nail in the coffin. Oh my god, chat. Nail in the coffin. Are we talking about Peter Coffin?
Someone save this VOD.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to get into that. Peter Coffin has jumped into the fray too. On this guy's side. Yeah. You're with Peter Coffin now.
Listen. Guys. Just so we're clear.
Look at all that USA spam in chat.
Nearly all of us hate both the US and China and would love to see you two fight each other. Some might want to be on the US side, but it doesn't mean we love the US and support it 100%. To be clear, we hate the governments of China and the US, not the Chinese and Americans, don't get me wrong. Is there any fucking doubt about what's going on here? Any fucking doubt about what's going on? I'm tweeting this right now. I'm tweeting this right fucking now. I'm tweeting this right now. I am so fucking sick of this stupid fucking shit. I'm so fucking sick of this shit. How do I fucking save this? Downloads? Yeah. Saving this shit. I'm tweeting this right the fuck now. Holy fucking shit. And to think there are so-called pro-China leftists defending this fraud. You disgust me.
Infrared stands. I got one question. Alright? Okay. You can convert me. You can convert me to an infrared fan with the right answer, alright? Why is Haz using light mode? Why is Haz using light mode on Twitter? Why is this not dark mode?
Am always proven right.
Why is Haz offending my eyeballs with the light mode?
And always vindicated. Fucking disgusting. Luna Oi is a pro-US imperialism warmonger. To fucking think I have fucking leftists coming after me for this shit. I fucking called it. I fucking knew it. Look at their Twitter and tell me that's not the account of a sex pet. I'm not gonna show on stream, but let me see.
I hate to say it, but there's a name for what Haz is doing right here. This is collaboration. This is a collaborator that you're looking at down here. This is a collaborator. Alright, USA 100%. Yeah, collaborator. If you think you can peel the American flag off of capitalism, good luck. It's stuck. You'll never get it off. Those two things are so fucking strongly intertwined by now. After so many years of McCarthyism, that shit is that is a one-to-one relationship right there. You are not gonna pull those things apart. Is he tweeting in all caps? Wait, has he been taking Samantha Banana like Twitter lessons or something? Marxists are the light of the world? That sounds like religious language to me, my dude. Or my non-dude. I don't know if you're dude positive or dude negative. Sorry. Shouldn't make that assumption. Not everybody likes to be called dude.
I can't find their profile. Forget it. But, wow. That's really weird. That's super fucking...
Traditions is the men of Borkum dressing up as monsters and hitting women. Oh, it was sticks once a year, yeah.
Weird. I can't get over this shit. I honestly can't fucking get over this shit. I'm sorry, I can't fucking get over this shit. I fucking am so You have no fucking idea how fucking angry I am. I literally can't fucking believe this shit. I literally can't fucking believe this shit. I literally can't fucking believe.
Every morning I thank Carl for the day and the night. I know you gotta praise to the revolution. Yeah, that's right. That's true. Marxist Leninism is to you just cut out whatever religion cut out like the figurehead from whatever religious tradition you follow and put Marx in there in its stead.
This shit.
And hey, while you're at it, why don't you give Lysenko? Why don't you give Lysenko a spot? Listen. Lysenko's theories might not have been backed up by evidence. They might not have been backed up by results. They might not have any empirical basis whatsoever. But god damn it, Lysenko deserves a place in the pantheon. Let's put him up there. Lysenko's a god. You just can't understand. You can't understand the genius and the majesty of the immortal science of Lysenkoism, okay?
All of us would like to see you two fight each other. I literally can't believe this shit.
Religion is cringe, that's why Lenin abolished it. Something tells me Haz doesn't believe this either. You might be right. You might be right. Oh, you can have Lysenko if I get Posadas? Okay, deal.
What the fuck? What the fuck? This guy's profile is creepy. I'm not gonna show it or show you, but this guy non-compete, he's got a really I don't know, that might not.
I mean, I will admit that puppets are pretty creepy. I will admit that puppets can be creepy.
Him. That's not him. I doubt it's him.
But I think it's mostly Necky Beard. I think it's mostly Necky Beard that's creepy, honestly.
He's only got like 50 followers. That's not him.
Necky Beard's a little bit creepy.
Okay, let's not jump to conclusion.
Only 50 followers? Did Haz accidentally find the fake EJ? Was that, what's his name?
Conclusions like they do, guys.
Based and Lysenko pilled. I know, right?
Let's not...
Listen, you can't question Lysenko, okay? Lysenko's a god. We are mere mortals, okay? Just because you can't see the wheat turn into rye given the right conditions, just because you can't see that doesn't mean that it's not happening, okay, chat? You gotta respect Lysenko, because he's a god.
Jump to the conclusions.
He's a god, Haz is a god, Marx is a god, and Jimmy Dore is a god, okay?
Like they do. It's not.
They're all gods. You can't question. They're beyond question.
Follower.
That's what we'll do. We'll just put them all beyond question. Dugan's a god. There we go. Dugan's a god. Sure. Okay, we can't question it. We just get... It doesn't make sense. Too bad. He's a god. You can't question it.
Jumped because I'm emotional right now.
Game
Usually
fucking
I'm more
over.
Critical piercing, so I apologize.
Libs owned.
For that. That's not him. That's just a random account.
Okay, you can't even see his account.
That's not
You can't even see his fucking account, and you're like, no, dude, this guy's a fucking sex pad.
But whatever. You know, it doesn't
Can
even
you even
fucking
find
matter.
his account? Wait a minute. Some information is percolating through the coffee filter in my head and has just come out. EJ doesn't have a Twitter. Am I right, chat? Am I right? Somebody check me. EJ doesn't have a Twitter. There is no sexpat Twitter profile because EJ deleted his Twitter. Am I right? I think that's true. This is why EJ got some dude. Does anybody remember the dude's name? There's some dude that was like a Demon Mama stan, and he impersonated EJ, and people thought it was really funny because he was doing like EJ Nazbol memes or something. And like, do people know who I'm talking about? Who is that guy? But I don't think there's an EJ account. I don't think there's an actual EJ Twitter account. Luna Oi has a Twitter account. EJ does not. Does anybody remember who I'm talking about? What is this dude's name? He had some name. Oh, I can't remember. Help me. Help me, chat. I can't fucking remember. Oh, your message got retracted. You might have told me. What was his name? The guy there was a guy that impersonated EJ. Does anybody remember? You gotta worship their debate prowess. Yeah. Almighty Johnson's tier god for sure.
This
anybody remember?
Has me fucking
I can't remember the guy's name.
This is what has.
No, it was a guy. Wait, was it a guy? I actually don't know. Somebody that was in Demon Mama's community impersonated EJ, and I cannot fucking remember their name. Maybe no, it wasn't Gayfesh. It was not Gayfesh. It was somebody else. So, somebody that's known for doing impersonation. Somebody that's known for doing parody accounts, right? I can't. This happened like what, 2 months ago or something? I can't remember the dude's name though.
Me fucking fuming. This is what has me fucking fuming. This is what has me fucking fuming.
He's looking for an account to be mad at. Yeah, and there's no account. There's no account to be found.
I can't fucking believe this shit. I fucking can't believe how...
Like, he's got that bit... Wait, is that black box around there to just, like... He's saying that this is so horrible you can't look at it, but it's like literally you can't look at it because EJ doesn't have a Twitter. EJ is on some... You know, like, it's one of those other... It's one of those... Oh, God, what is it called? Mastodon. EJ's probably on Mastodon. Does chat know about Mastodon? Mastodon's like a Twitter alternative. A lot of lefties use it. You know, it doesn't have... I don't know. People are trying to get Mastodon started as an alternative to Twitter. It's not really taking off yet, but that I would bet that that's where EJ's like Twitter profile is on Mastodon. You know who I'm talking about, but you forgot. Yeah, I forgot their name too. I guess they must not be important.
Many people fucking attack me and shit.
You know about Mastodon, yeah.
Fucking frauds. Bunch of fucking frauds fucking attack.
Well, you got a bunch of frogs in your chat. You got a bunch of Pepes in your chat, Haz. Is that what you're talking about? A bunch of frogs?
Attacking me on this shit.
Bunch of weird ass champ Pepes in your chat, yeah? Also, Haz, if you're gonna play these stream beats, for fuck's sake, do you have to do the extended, like, version of, like, this song? Does anybody even remember? This is, like, a famous song. I don't know what it's called, though. Like, isn't it Eminem? Isn't this, like, an Eminem track, but without the rap or something? I swear to God, I swear to God, I've heard Eminem rap over this song. I don't know what it is, though.
This is the person these leftists are defending. This is the person all the fucking...
It's Dildo? Oh, Dido, okay.
Leftists are defending. As if I'm the fucking bad guy. As if I'm the fucking bad guy.
The song is called Thank You. Eminem song that samples this is called... Oh my God, called Stan. That's where the concept of Stan came from. So you know when you call somebody a Stan and stuff, like the original Stan was like an Eminem song, and it was about a guy that was like kind of weird about Eminem, and like it turns out he's like in love with him or something, and then he like hurts himself. I don't know. It's disturbing shit. It's honestly kind of disturbing shit.
I told you. I tried to fucking tell you.
I found a non-compete Twitter account, and it's all hentai. I mean, it could be fake. It could be fake.
I tried to fucking tell you. Can there be any fucking doubt in anyone's mind about what's fucking going on now? I fucking told you. I told you she's pro-US imperialism. No one fucking believed me.
Wait, where is she pro-US imperialism? Because she's like, some might want to be on the U.S. side, but it doesn't mean we love the U.S. and support it 100%.
That is from January, and she isn't...
If he created an account just to say Mommy Milkies and retweeted hentai, That's sort of a Chad move.
Anti-CPC now.
Oh my god, Chad.
She just changed their views.
That was fun. I think our infrared friends have left us, but we had fun. Thanks for dropping by.
Why don't you dig up what I said
Any girls still in chat?
Because I haven't fucking changed since January.
Did I scare you off?
January at all. That's only 6 months.
Hey, listen, I dyed my hair not blue just so I wouldn't scare you off. I know you don't like the blue hair, okay? So we'll leave the blue hair to Haz. Haz can dye his hair blue. He can pay me $200, and we can have a debate. That can happen. Or you could make it happen, chat. You could donate $200 to me, too. If $200 shows up in my fucking PayPal account with the message Gorilla Gang or Infrared is Rising or some shit like that, I will absolutely ask Haz to dye his hair blue and then debate him. Dude is calling her dude called her partner a sexpat. Dude is denying Luna's agency. Dude is treating Luna like a fucking object, okay? That's why she said she feels objectified by you. You treat her like an object. Haz, I don't think you know how to treat women. I don't think you fucking know how to treat women. I don't think you know how to treat women at all. I don't think you know shit about women.
I just want you guys to know who you're following when you're coming at me for this shit. Holy fucking shit. This is just like...
Alright, what is he gonna expose? He's talking about like exposing Luna Oi. I still don't understand. What am I supposed to hate her for? What am I supposed to hate her? We got some gorillas. We got some gorilla gang. He can dye his hair blue. Yeah, sure, whatever. If he's a Bluebeard, yeah, he could dye his beard blue, whatever. I just said hair. I didn't say what hair. If he wants to, he can dye his pubes blue. Hey, Haz, you can dye your pubes blue if you're too embarrassed. Listen, dude.
This is literally unbelievable.
Listen, dude, if you're too much of a pussy to go around with your actual hair blue, dye your pubes blue. Nobody has to know.
Why am I playing this sad music?
I know, right?
You should play some fucking exposed music.
Exposed?
Fucking music.
Wait, Catch a Predator music? Is that what? Wait, is there chat? What is the Catch a Predator? Is there like a Catch a Predator theme song?
Let's play some random shit. Give me a sec. And to think I was gonna do some fun, spooky Halloween content, but I got fucking enamored by this person, a literal snake. A warmonger pretending to be against US imperialism. All of it. Listen, I want you to know how disgusting this person is. This person literally was just attacking me because
I'm glad I didn't scare all of you, Alf.
Saying that I'm down.
Listen, I don't hate anybody. I don't think you're bad people. I don't like Haz. I don't like what he's about. I think he's a useful idiot for the right, but, you know, like I'm not bad faith, okay? I'm not coming at you with bad faith. I'm not making assumptions where there are none. I'm trying to analyze this. I'm trying to, you know, react, you know, with some truth here. And I don't think you're getting all the truth from this guy. I think there's a lot that he's missing. I think there's a lot that's missing in his analysis. I think there's a lot that he's hiding in terms of where he's actually coming from. And I don't think a lot of people understand where this guy is actually coming from. Haz is talking about exposing Luna Oi here. How about we expose Haz? How about we rip that mask right the fuck off of you?
Playing
and show you for the sussy baka that you are.
The US crimes in Vietnam, which I never fucking did. Which I never even talked about the US in Vietnam. I don't want the US near Vietnam.
But you said go America. You said yay fucking America. Look. Do you know what that means to people from Vietnam? Do you know what America and like the fucking flag and all that shit and all that rah go America shit is? You know what that gets done to people in Vietnam? That gets their fucking crops destroyed by Agent Orange. That gets their skin burned. That gets birth defects. Like, there's a lot of fucking trauma. All right, I would think you could understand that, right? I mean, like, he doesn't not understand that, right, Chad? He knows what happened, right? He's not like,
see every
usually. Listen, I'll give Haz one thing. He knows his theory. He knows his history better than most bread tubers, okay? I will say that. There's a lot of fucking sus-ass debate bros out there that don't know shit. And they come up against Haz, and he actually knows the shit and they don't, okay? Like, so I'm not, you know, painting with a, I'm not just like reacting like Haz is and just saying like infrared bad. Like, there's some things that infrared is good on, okay? But overall, the guy's vulnerable. The guy's a useful idiot for imperialism, and he doesn't even see it.
Fucking military.
That's what makes him even more dangerous. He himself doesn't realize what a tool he's being.
Base and every military presence of the U.S. out of Asia. The entire continent of Asia needs to be devoid of any U.S. presence. That has been my fucking position. Not just Asia, but Europe, Africa, Latin America, and Australia. The fact that there is a single U.S. soldier
oh, hey, good
on
point.
the foot.
Good point. U.S. also helped China invade Vietnam. Yeah, after the Vietnamese took out the Khmer Rouge. Well,
any corner of Asia is a crime to me. You understand? She wants the U.S. and China, by her own admission, to go to war in Asia.
you can't be anti-imperialist and support China. I mean, there are gradations, right? And obviously the U.S. is the premier, you know, imperialist force. But yeah, don't let that make you lose sight of, you know, what any kind of blind patriotism will get you. And it's more shit like imperialism. That's I don't know. I mean, like, I don't see how there's not a direct correlation between those two things.
I was fucking crying that I was exploiting the crimes, the traumas of the past crimes of U.S. soldiers. I guess she doesn't give a shit about Chinese people then, right? She wants the U.S. to go into China and do to China what the U.S. did to Vietnam. All of those atrocities she was talking about, well, they are real atrocities, right? But the way she was weaponizing them was fake.
Okay, well, does chat, is that supported by this tweet? Like, the thing, okay, here's what I hate about Twitter. Like, I don't actually understand what Luna's saying in this tweet. I don't, like, this tweet in and of itself, like, there's several different ways I could take this, right? And I'm not sure which is correct. I'd have to actually talk to Luna to know what she means. So that's why I kind of look at Twitter as a shit tier platform. Now, chat, I will still be on Twitter. You'll still see my tweets and they'll be bangers. But in general, I don't like to engage on Twitter for this reason, is that you can't really get your point of view across fully, and because of that, people end up arguing about things that they don't really disagree about. They end up agreeing about things that they don't really agree about, and it's just it's a real fucker for the discourse. It's a real fucker.
All of those real atrocities.
She said, "Let Godzilla fight Kong."
All those real atrocities she was talking about.
How awful! Oh my god.
She wants them to be used against China. She doesn't care how many Chinese people die.
She didn't say that. Where are you getting this?
She doesn't care how many Chinese people suffer.
Dude, you're as bad as Vosh. You're as bad as Vosh. You're putting words in Luna's mouth that she didn't say.
She doesn't care because they want to see you two fight each other. Really? Would they be fighting as equals? What kind of war would that be? Now we expose...
Oh, I see. So since Luna said she wants the U.S. to go up against China, and I don't understand what she's saying there. That sounds like a disaster to me. I really don't know what Luna's saying in terms of wanting war between the U.S. and China, because that would be that would be fucked up, honestly. Like, two nuclear powers go at it. That's not a good thing. I don't know. I legit do not know what Luna's saying here.
Now we expose what Lenin called the social imperialists, and she's a living vestige of Soviet social imperialism. The social imperialists want to see the U.S. and China fight each other, pretending that these are equal powers, forgetting the decisive fact, that in such a confrontation between the U.S. and China, one would be waging a defensive war, and one would be waging a war of aggression.
They've both got nukes, Haz. Like, they'd both be able to do a lot of damage. What is he fucking say? I don't get this. How did this Discord get to this, like, a terrible fucking idea of an exchange between two nuclear powers? How did we get here, chat? Was I not paying attention? Was I too distracted by the gorillas in chat? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What? This is bad. I don't like this. What are we talking about?
She wants to see this war happen.
It's discussing a fictional conflict that would never happen. That's right, the US does not want that smoke. I don't know if you understand this, but the US, even though it's got, like, you know, all this technology, even though it's got all this military, projecting power into the fucking opposite side of the world is still not easy. Listen, Haz, if the US couldn't stop Russia from taking Crimea, what makes you think that the US could stop China from taking Taiwan? Well, I don't know, Taiwan might be a different kind of situation, but, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't really see the US being able to project, like, you know, an invasion force into you know, any part of China. I mean, am I wrong, chat? Do I just, I mean, I'm not a military expert, but that seems like smoke that the US does not want. What's up, Johnsy?
He wants
You're getting yelled at. Wait, was I yelling at you or was Haz?
the US and China to go to war. Even though they wouldn't even be fighting as equals, because China would be defending its land, defending its homeland, and America would be the aggressor.
So, I don't know what to take from Luna's tweet, but he got from that Luna wants the United States to attack China. Listen, like, I understand that there's geostrategic, like, interests that are at odds between the US and China. What I'm saying is the consequences of such a war, you know, for either power would be disastrous, and that they're both good at using soft power to get what they want, and that is most likely even in a Cold War situation, right? Like, you're gonna more likely have either proxy wars like Vietnam, or, you know, soft power, exertion of soft power in some way, right? You're like, the idea of the United States, like, is anybody talking about the US sending ground troops into China? Does anybody think that's, like, realistic? Like, I could see if there was some kind of, like, real confusion in communication between the two powers, I could see a limited nuclear exchange, right, going off, and that's fucked up, and that's dangerous, and that's scary, right? But, like, a ground invasion of what? Really? Like, invading... U.S. could not hold Afghanistan! What the fuck are you telling me U.S. is gonna invade China? Now, Chad, that's not to say that the military-industrial complex is not a self-licking ice cream cone.
She's a warmonger. She celebrates and cheers wars. She has her
I don't know about this,
tears
Haz. I don't know
her
about this.
fake sob story.
China will invade Taiwan and the US will have to defend Taiwan. Listen, that's possible. Yeah? But that would be China attacking the Taiwan. That wouldn't be the US attacking China. And, like, you could say, if you were to say, and I know where your mind's going next, Taiwan really is China, and, like, it's like a breakaway republic supported by a foreign power, and so therefore, like, China taking back Taiwan is appropriate. I'm gonna say, and like, shh, because we're not supposed to tell you this. If China wants Taiwan, they can probably have it. The US wants China to think that an invasion of Taiwan would meet a vigorous military response. And maybe it would, but I kind of think there's a good chance that the US would just accept reality. And the reality is that China can project forces into Taiwan so much easier than the US can. And if the US couldn't hold Crimea, if the US couldn't hold, you know, Ukraine, I mean, granted, there's a longer, there's more of a history there in Taiwan. I just don't really see, like, I don't see a war that's not in anybody's interest, you know, breaking out in this way. I mean, I could be wrong, but anyway. But what is Haz saying? Is Haz legit saying that Luna Oi wants the U.S. to defeat China? Does anybody think that? Does anybody think that the U.S. wants, or that Luna Oi wants the U.S. to defeat China? Is that what people are thinking?
Story, her fake bullshit, trying to say she's so liberally using the crimes of the U.S. against Vietnam as a weapon.
Yeah, the U.S. coming to the defense of one of its allies isn't really something that they've done in 70 years. Unlikely to start doing it anytime soon. The EU would send a sternly worded letter. Yes, we are very shocked and chagrined at the ruthless aggression of the Chinese military, at the taking away the freedoms of the free people of Taiwan from the, you know what I mean? Yeah, it would be some shit like that. I don't think it would be like we're sending troops to hold that island. I don't know. I could be wrong. And I know it's pretty well defended, you know, but like, again, you know, it just like, notably, the Crimean people were sympathetic to the Russians, but that was due to cultural and linguistic ties. So you are pointing out a difference there, yeah.
To bludgeon the only real threats against U.S. imperialism.
It's a bit different, but they still wouldn't. I don't think they would. And I'm not supposed to tell you that, okay? That's a top secret, okay? You know, but realistically, the U.S., I think the military and establishment is a little bit more aware of the limits of its power than people give it credit for. That's not to say that it's trustworthy or it's good or it's responsible, but it is good at ascertaining and acting in its own interests.
Clearly she doesn't fucking care about the victims of U.S. imperialism, because she would never have even thought about making a tweet like this if she actually fucking cared about any of those atrocities she was talking about. She clearly doesn't care about any of those fucking atrocities.
Through here.
Why would she be fucking advocating
like
for
halfway
war,
through.
being happy to see war? Where does that fucking come from, huh? Where does that come from? Saying, what does she say?
An embargo on something you don't really need, like the little wood umbrellas for your drinks, yeah.
After trying to weaponize rape trauma, her words not mine, against me because I don't like the USA flag. That's what she's saying. She's saying I was weaponizing the trauma of sexual assault against her.
Yeah, but I mean, you recognize like the expenditure that would be required to, if China wants Taiwan, if China's willing to expend military resources for Taiwan, the U.S., you know, I'm not sure how far they're willing to go, and I suspect that there's a limit. That there's a limit in which the U.S. says we're just get out, right? You know, but like I don't know.
And the assault in question being U.S. soldiers in Vietnam. Well, then why do you want soldiers from the U.S.?
You did accuse her husband of being a sexual predator, yeah.
To go to China, Luna.
You did literally deny her agency, right?
Oi. Why are you advocating for U.S. soldiers?
Does anybody really see that here, though? Do you think, does anybody seriously think that Luna Oi wants the United States to defeat China in a war? Does anybody think that?
To be in China. If you really care.
Oh fuck. Well, there's only one anarchist that they're okay with, but like other than that, they're really not.
About that, you wouldn't advocate for those soldiers to go to China, now would you? And by the way, she's accusing.
Hey, thank you, Aaron.
Me of that on the basis of me just pointing out the irony of her calling everyone a white chauvinist and a white American like me for being U.S. patriot.
Wait, is it? Damn it. Haz. Listen, buddy. If you want me to cover your content, which I know you love, you need to stop getting me fucking demonetized, you asshole. You need to stop getting me demonetized. God damn it, dude.
When she's dating a white American. All I literally said was she's dating a white American. I never used strong, sexually explicit language.
U.S. doesn't want to rock the boat with China. There's more money at stake. Too much money at stake. I don't know. I just hear it does sound like UB40 a little bit. Yeah, it does sound a little bit like UB40. Good lord, the army of strawmen that exist in their heads. Most experts think a war between China and the U.S. is quite likely. Sources Citation needed.
I didn't use degrading, vulgar
Most
language.
experts.
All I literally did was say that she has a white American anarchist.
I mean, it's more likely than there is in two countries that don't have like juxtaposed geopolitical interests, but I don't like compared to what? Likely compared to what?
Boyfriend. And on that basis, she's accusing me of weaponizing the collective rape trauma of Vietnam with regard to U.S. soldiers. What? 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 Literally what?
Okay, literally what indeed? Literally what indeed? Is this what like watching Infrared is like these days? Guerrilla Gang, how do you get through this? This is a lot. This is like, this is tough. Look, I've watched at this point almost 30 minutes of it. It feels like an hour and a half. It feels like I've been watching an hour and a half. And yes, before somebody says it, I know that's because I'm talking too much. But it feels like it probably is an hour and a half, to be honest.
Fucking what? No, literally. Fucking what? Fucking what?
Fucking what?
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 Literally
what? What?
Literally what?
What?
Where the fuck does that come from?
What?
Where the fuck does that fucking come from?
Oh my god, chat. Oh my god. You're gonna make me turn into a demon mama here. You hope I'm drinking? Listen, I'm vaporizing. That's what I'm doing a little bit because I have to because it's too much. It's too much. How does the Guerrilla Gang get through it? How do you do this, Guerrilla Gang? Please give me some tips. Give me some tips. Like, how do you get through a Haz stream? And how many? Doesn't he stream for like 8 hours or something like that? Do people really sit here for like 8 hours of this shit? Also, Haz, like, listen, if you end up watching this, I challenge you. Tell me where I would want to go if I was looking for the actual policy papers on Landback. Tell me that you even know what the fuck you're talking about, and you're not just like you're assuming you understand the movement based on the words that based on its name, right? Please tell me that you at least know what I'm talking about here, because if you don't, you're talking out of your ass, and there's way too much of that shit going. There's way too much ass ventriloquism going on your stream, Haz. Way too much ass ventriloquism, okay?
Give me a fucking second. My delivery guy was scared of me again.
Delivery guy? Okay, Bougie. Okay, Bougie. You got delivery?
On the fucking porch.
You got a delivery, Haz? He's got a delivery, chat. He's got a delivery. Oh my god, he really just like leaves his chat? He literally, oh my god, he literally fucking does this? Oh my god, no, I'm fucking it up.
Talk about chat. We got a lot to talk about.
He's back. He's back.
I'm gonna wash my hands. Give me a sec.
What? No, he's gonna wash his hands. He's gonna wash his hands, chat. You gotta wait. You're still waiting. You're still waiting. You're just looking at the tweets this whole time. You're just looking at the tweet of Luna Oi. This whole time. You got nothing to watch. Haz has washed his hands. He's got his delivery.
Unfucking believable. Salcom, you
but
literally
don't worry,
virtue
chat.
signal.
Don't worry, the delivery is not vegan. It's a big bloody steak or something, right? He's got to flex that. He's got to show you he's a man by eating something that used to be alive, like, right? And then flexing it, like. The one time somebody asked him if he was eating something vegan, and he was like, hell no, vegan? Oh, you know, he had this, like, I don't know a lot of these sussy bakas in here. This doesn't seem like the original Guerrilla Gang, chat. Is it just me? Is it just me, or does this seem like a different group of people than how many of the original Infrared Guerrilla Gang are even? Okay, I swear to God, chat, I'm done. I'm not watching a Haz mukbang. I refuse. Chat, I refuse. There's only so far you can push me, okay? And that's too far. That is too far, okay? Oh? No, that's like some other shit. No way. No, there's nothing there. There's fucking nothing there. There's literally, this is fucking troll. Trolled by Chud Logic, friend of the VOD. Here, let's watch this one. This chick looks based. Let's see what she's on about. Wait. Bad actress, agent provocateur. Okay, that's 5 months ago. Bosch debates Zerka. Wait, when did this... 7 months ago, okay. What? How did... Okay, I don't know. Nationalism, okay, wait.
Hi, I'm Luna. Welcome back to Luna Oi.
Okay, so chat, this is not an actual Luna Oi response. If anybody wants to send me a link... Wow, that's a cool transition. If anybody wants to send me a link to an actual Luna Oi on-stream response, a timestamp, or a video that shows Luna Oi's response to Infrared, I will do that. But I'm gonna guess that she's not really taking Haz's bait. Is that right? I don't know that she's doing this on stream, so I don't want to go looking for a needle in the haystack, right? But this is her video on nationalism, left versus right. And I think this might speak to a little bit of the problems with infrared.
One of the main reasons why I started this channel is because I see so much misinformation and misunderstanding about my country, Vietnam. Usually, this means debunking misinformation and distortion by anti-communist Western media and NGOs. But unfortunately, sometimes I also see misinformation and misunderstanding coming from Western leftists on social media. And one of the most misunderstood aspects of the socialist ideology of Vietnam is our nationalism. To many Western leftists, the word nationalism is automatically a dirty word associated with right-wing fascists who believe their nation is superior to other nations. This is one form of nationalism, but it has absolutely nothing to do with the nationalism of many movements of indigenous, colonized, and oppressed peoples.
What a base
Vietnam.
thumbnail, I know,
so,
right,
I want to say
Vamps?
this right away. The nationalism I am discussing today
thumbnail,
is not the same thing at all as right-wing nationalism. You know, some people say,
the Nazis were National Socialists, that means socialism is bad.
Oh god.
You know how ridiculous and annoying that is? Well, that's how Vietnamese communists feel when we hear people say,
the Nazis were National Socialists, that means nationalism is bad.
If you insist that right-wing nationalism and Vietnamese and other forms of left-wing nationalism are the same thing, just because they are both called nationalism, then I guess you think black pepper and chili pepper are the same. And I guess you think the Eiffel Tower can be found in Paris Hilton. It's like saying right-wing libertarianism and libertarian socialism are the same, or anarcho-capitalism and anarcho-communism are the same thing. They are not the same at all. So let's talk about left-wing and indigenous nationalism and the nationalism of Vietnam. Hopefully after watching this video, you will have a better understanding and you will know that our nationalism has nothing in common with right-wing nationalism. In fact, they are total opposites. But before I begin talking about Vietnamese nationalism, I should probably define what right-wing nationalism is, just so you can tell the difference. Right-wing nationalism is a chauvinistic belief that one's nation is superior to other nations. It means putting the interests of your own nation above the interests of other nations, and seeing nationality as the most defining aspect of one's identity. This kind of chauvinistic nationalism is usually tied to exceptionalism, the belief that one's nation is somehow exceptional,
God, that was a
or
bit
gifted
much.
with some unique
Wow,
quality
I
that
overdid
makes it better than
I overdid
any
it,
other
of course.
Of course,
And
that
now
means
I'm
that
watching Luna
right-wing
Oi.
nationalists also usually believe that
Hi.
other nations are inferior,
Good
which
job,
has
Irene.
often used
Good
as
job.
justification for
I
colonizing,
blame Haz.
exploiting, and oppressing other
I blame
nations.
Haz.
So
It's
now you
Haz's
understand
fault.
the right-wing nationalism.
Haz.
Let's take a look at the leftist nationalist philosophy of Ho Chi Minh. As you probably already know, Ho Chi Minh was Vietnam's communist leader who led the two biggest resistance.
It's not Luna Oi's fault that Irene is too high. It's Haz's fault. It's Haz's fault, okay? It's Haz's fault.
Wars of Vietnam.
Haz, you're driving me to degeneracy. I'm getting degenerates. I'm being degenerous. It's your fault. It's your fault, Haz.
against colonialist France and imperialist USA.
Wait, 30 minutes
because of his
in? Oh,
very
she does
important
talk
role
about
in the
it.
communist movement,
Ooh, thank you,
both
Vamps.
in Vietnam and internationally. The story of Ho Chi Minh has been distorted by anti-communists from all over the world. One of the most common
This
ways
is
of
the
destroying
checkers
the truth
game
of
where
Ho Chi Minh is to
grandson
destroy
and
his
granddad will
nationalism.
bond.
Some anti-communists
No,
try to paint Ho Chi Minh as
fuck me.
almost exclusively a nationalist, downplaying his communist
Okay.
ideology, as was the case
What
with
did
the
I just
armchair
do?
historians
Oh my god, I fucked it all
history
up,
of the
chat.
Vietnam
I
War
fucked
from
it
the
all
Vietnamese
up.
perspective.
As he himself stated, at first patriotism, not yet communism. America never fully grasped that it was the desire for liberty, not communism, that motivated the North Vietnamese to fight on against the odds.
The idea is to make it seem like Ho Chi Minh didn't really care about communism. He was really guided by nationalism. This is because anti-communists don't want you to believe that communism was really that popular in Vietnam. They don't want you to believe that a communist could have been as universally respected as Ho Chi Minh. But as we will see later in this video, Ho Chi Minh's nationalism was intrinsically tied with communism, and all his philosophies were built on the foundation of Marxist-Leninist communist ideology. Another way that anti-communists and even many leftists try to attack Ho Chi Minh is by saying that he was a right-wing ultra-nationalist, and that his branch of nationalism was exactly the same as the nationalism of fascists and bourgeois conservatives. Again, this is completely absurd, as the nationalism of Ho Chi Minh has absolutely nothing to do with a belief in the superiority of Vietnam over other nations, nor the chauvinist notion that Vietnam is exceptional. These attacks extend to Vietnamese people in general, and in fact, I'm often attacked by Western leftists as an
ultra-nationalist pretending to be communist just like Ho Chi Minh.
well, as much as I am flattered to be compared to Uncle Ho, I am afraid that this statement is just complete nonsense. If you know anything at all about Vietnamese nationalism, if you look at the history of Vietnam, you will see that Vietnam has been a victim of oppressive right-wing nationalism for centuries. White supremacist French colonialists conquered and enslaved Vietnamese people for over a century as a result of French colonialist nationalism. Fascist Japan ruthlessly plundered from our nation and drove us into famine because of their fascist nationalism. The USA committed genocide against Vietnam in an invasionary war that killed 2 million Vietnamese civilians with napalm, carpet bombing of population centers, and illegal chemical weapons like Agent Orange for well over a decade because of capitalist imperialist nationalism. Whenever nations are brutally dominated and oppressed like Vietnam was, that is when we develop a need for left-wing nationalism. As Kwame Ture, a prominent organizer in the civil rights movement in the United States and the global Pan-African movement, explains.
Nationalism, of course, must be properly understood. We left this one for last.
She's just saying this is what
In Europe, their formation and their political formation started with nations and went to state structures. Colonized countries start from state structures and go to nations. The difference must be properly appreciated. If one already has a nation and one is going to a state, there's no need to use nationalism. As a matter of fact, here it will lead to chauvinism. But if one has a state structure and one is trying to build a nation, one has to use nationalism. For example, if one would look at the formation of European states, even Germany, France, England, one would see that the nations themselves already began to have formation before they went to state structure. If one would look at Africa today, if one would look at South and Central America today, if one would look at Asia today, one would see what they really have is state structures, which they had to fight for against colonialism. In fact, they inherited the state structures of the colonial power, and they're now building a nation. Therefore, they must use nationalism to build it up. When the indigenous people of Hawaii seized state power in Hawaii, they will have to use nationalism to bring back Hawaiians to be proud of Hawaii, to be proud of tradition, to use their culture, etc., etc. Therefore, here, nationalism is necessary.
What Ture is talking about here might be difficult for people living in developed Western capitalist imperialist nations to understand, because your histories are so different from our histories.
We'll watch, I found the clip that Vamps sent me. We'll watch that in a second. I just want to get to like a stopping point here, because this is actually a pretty good video.
In the colonized global south, Africa, Asia, South America, and indigenous people all over the world have had state structures imposed on us by your imperialist, colonialist nations, and our own cultural and natural identities were severely suppressed. In Vietnam, our native culture was severely suppressed and obliterated by French colonizers, and the French tried to strip all national identity away from us. They called our country French Indochina and lumped us together with Laos and Cambodia as their colonial subjects. They saw us as little more than slaves and resources to be used and discarded. Our humanity was withheld from us under French colonial rule, while the French themselves used their subjugation of the Vietnamese to bolster their own national identity as conquerors and quote-unquote civilizers. In this context, Vietnamese people came to yearn from our own freedom, our own self-determination, and the freedom to express ourselves and our culture without such subjugation. In these circumstances, the desire of a colonized people for freedom, independence, and self-determination is what we call nationalism. It's simply the desire to not be subjugated by others, to not be conquered and exploited, to not have our culture and our self-expression ripped away from us. That
Chat, I shouldn't have smoked. I'm like she's saying some really important stuff, and I'm like slightly too stoned to completely take it all in. I'm like, I mean, the background is pretty.
is leftist liberation nationalism.
Just slightly.
And that was the nationalism of Ho Chi Minh. That was the nationalism that Vietnamese people like my grandfather and millions of others fought and died for. The nationalism of freedom and independence.
Chiến tranh có thể kéo dài 5 năm, 10 năm, 20 năm, song nhân dân Việt Nam quyết không sợ. Không có gì quý hơn độc lập tự do.
We, the left-wing nationalists, do not think that we are superior. We do not think that our countries are better. We just want other countries to stop oppressing and exploiting our people. That is our nationalism, and that is what you must understand. Sadly, many leftists, especially from the West, terribly lack...
Okay, so I think I get it now. So the idea of a nation from a state is that, like, you've got a state colonially imposed on you. You've inherited that, and what you need is a nation. In other words, you need it to represent, you know, the people, like, right? And so as opposed to like a nation, something that exists as a people that becomes a state, like, right? Does it make sense? Like it kind of, like, I hadn't heard it put like that, but it's kind of making sense to me in a way that it hadn't before.
Knowledge about this. All they encounter their whole life is right-wing fascistic nationalism. To them, nationalism just means right-wing nationalism. Why do you think this way? Well, it's because the right-wing nationalists get so much national attention. White supremacists get all the media attention, all the platforms, all the freedom they want to express and articulate their own ideas of
Glad we're
nationalism.
not on Twitch.
But how often do you see indigenous people expressing ourselves? How often do you hear directly from Vietnamese people like me? From indigenous Hawaiians like Silver Spook? From Pan-Africanists like Kwame Ture? Maybe, just maybe, it's time to stop telling black and indigenous people what we mean when we say nationalism, and start listening to us explaining what we mean instead. It's very strange for me to see liberals, anti-communists, and even many leftists in the West suddenly joining the same team attack black people, indigenous people, and countries like Vietnam, Cuba, and Laos. And why? Because we want your Western imperialist countries to leave us alone. That desire which we call nationalism. And you want to take even that desire for freedom and independence from your nations away from us? In Vietnamese, the word nationalism is chủ nghĩa yêu nước. This is usually translated as nationalism or sometimes as patriotism. Ho Chi Minh, in his lifetime, wrote and talked extensively about chủ nghĩa yêu nước. Now let's see what he actually said. From the very beginning of his political journey, Ho Chi Minh was interested in liberating the people of Vietnam. Yes, that much is very clear. But he was also an internationalist. And that's one of the things you have to understand about leftist liberation nationalism. While right-wing chauvinist nationalism directly opposed internationalism, left-wing nationalism has a dialectically productive relationship with internationalism. In other words, our nationalism goes hand in hand with internationalism, because what we want is for all people to be free from oppression by external nations. In the 1920s, while living in France, Ho Chi Minh wrote extensively about the oppression of the colonized peoples of the French Empire from an internationalist perspective. In a 1923 article in a French newspaper called Oppression Hits All Races, Ho Chi Minh wrote,
"All the martyrs of the working class, those in Lausanne like those in Paris, those in Le Havre like those in Martinique, are victims of the same murderer, international capitalism. And it is always in belief in the liberation of their oppressed brothers, without discrimination as to race or country, that the souls of these martyrs will find supreme consolation."
In addition, during this period, Ho Chi Minh wrote many articles about atrocities and suffering in French colonies in Africa, Western Asia, and Northern Africa, not just Vietnam. Ho Chi Minh understood that for the brutally oppressed colonial subjects of the French Empire, nationalism was the gateway into internationalism, and that all the various national independence movements of the empire should be forced together into a wider internationalist movement. In a letter written in 1923 to his fellow activists in France, Ho Chi Minh wrote,
"Even though we are different races, different nationalities, and different religions, we love each other as brothers and sisters. We all bear the same misery, the violence of colonial tyranny. We fight for a common idea to
Good night, Impact.
liberate our compatriots and gain independence for our nations.
Ho Chi Minh even wrote a declaration of the Association of Oppressed Peoples on May 7th, 1925, writing,
If the imperialists oppress us and treat us like animals, it is because we do not unite. If we unite, we become formidable. We are thousands, and our enemies are just a handful in comparison.
But it was not just colonized people that Ho Chi Minh was concerned with. Ho Chi Minh distinguished between national revolutions of the colonized, but saw them as directly linked to the world revolution of the working class. In The Terrible Crimes of French Colonialism in Indochina, written in 1927, Ho Chi Minh called on French workers and colonial subjects to struggle together for revolution.
Vietnam's revolution and the French Revolution must communicate with each other. We must form a tight alliance between the Metropolitan Proletarian Revolution and the National Liberation Revolutions of colonial subjects. Only this new collaboration will ensure that the international working class wins its final victory.
In The Army Against the Revolution, Ho Chi Minh wrote,
The thing that the working class in France doesn't understand is that capitalism uses its colonies to fight against every liberation movement that you are planning. The French bourgeoisie uses the natives of Africa and Asia to replace white workers.
Sorry, I'm not talking more chat. I'm just kidding. I was gonna joke and say I'm so stoned, but really I don't have a lot to add. I'm learning a lot here, so.
Workers have a duty to act. They must have solidarity with natives. They have to make natives understand that even the workers in France share the same exploitation and slavery and oppression. So we are the same class, and it's time to fight. The two sides together can defeat the same masters which oppress them both. We are brothers, and brothers should not fight each other.
So, you see, Ho Chi Minh's conception of nationalism was completely compatible with internationalism. In fact, to Ho Chi Minh, national liberation hinged entirely with internationalist cooperation, mutual respect, and solidarity, and the end goal of nationalism was international peace, freedom, and unity, without fear of exploitation of conquest from foreign colonialists. Ho Chi Minh sought to restore pride to the Vietnamese people, without resorting to chauvinism or exceptionalism. In 1951, in a report for the Second Congress of our Labour Party, the previous name of our Communist Party, Ho Chi Minh wrote,
Our people have ardent patriotic hearts. It's one of our precious traditions. From time immemorial, every time our motherland was invaded, that spirit became vibrant. It formed a huge and powerful wave. It surmounted all dangers and difficulties. It drowned all the country sellers and country robbers. In our history, there have been many great resistance wars proving the patriotism of our people. We have the right to be proud of the glorious historical pages of the eras of Ba Chung, Ba Chio, Chan Hung Dao, Lê Loi, and Quang Trung. We must remember the merits of national heroes because they represent a heroic nation. Our compatriots today are also very worthy of our ancestors. From gray-haired old people to young children, from overseas compatriots to compatriots in temporarily occupied areas, from people from upland to lowland, everyone is passionately patriotic and hates the invaders. From soldiers in the front who went hungry for days to stick to the enemy, to destroy them, to civil servants in the rear who fasted to support the army, from women who advised their husbands
we'll watch that after this.
And children to join the army and who volunteered to help with transportation, to soldiers' mothers who took care of the army like their own children. From male and female workers and peasants emulating to increase production, no matter how hard it is to help a part in the resistance war, to compatriots who donated their land for the government, those noble gestures, though different in their deeds, are the same in their patriotic fervor. Patriotism, like all precious things, sometimes is displayed in glass cabinets, in crystal vases, clearly visible. But sometimes it was hidden in a chest, in a box. It is our duty to make those hidden treasures put on display. That is, we must try our best to explain, propagate, organize, lead, and make everyone's patriotism practice in patriotic...
It seems like the subtitles are a little off.
...work and resistance work.
Notice that Ho Chi Minh's national bride is a bride of sacrifice, a bride of self-defense and self-reliance, a bride in resisting oppression and invasion. It's not a bride in conquest or domination of others. It's not a bride in racial or cultural superiority. It's simply a bride in resilience and self-sacrifice for the greater good. These values are completely different from the nationalist values of right-wingers who talk about the greatness and...
I mean, they sound closer to, anarchist values. Honestly, in terms of, that sense of, autonomy.
Superiority of their nations over other nations. Ho Chi Minh never talked about Vietnam being superior to other countries, because that has never been an aspect of Vietnamese nationalism. And it's vital to understand that Ho Chi Minh's nationalism was inseparably linked to...
that's all a lot of us want. It's just autonomy.
Nationalism, as Ho Chi Minh wrote.
Our nationalism is totally different from the nationalism of the reactionary imperialist. It is a part of the international spirit. It was this spirit of nationalism which helped Russian soldiers defeat fascist Japan and fascist Germany. It was this spirit of nationalism...
I would hope people would understand.
which brought victory to the China's Liberation Army against Chiang Kai-shek and the invading American imperialists. It was this spirit of nationalism which allowed the people and army of North Korea, along with the volunteer army from China, to win against imperialist America and its allies. And it is this spirit of nationalism which helps our people and our army to bear the misery, to fight all our enemies, to build an independent and free Vietnam with the dream of building a rich country with a new democracy.
Now, there's still a kind of debate in Vietnam about what word we should use, patriotism or nationalism, when we translate the word chủ nghĩa yêu nước into English. Some English-speaking Vietnamese don't want to use the word nationalism because they are afraid that the West will misunderstand its real meaning. In my opinion, the word patriotism doesn't convey the right meaning.
There's more common ground between anarchists and Marxists than people think,
since it simply means love and emotional connection to your country. The word nationalism, on the other hand, has a deeper and wider definition, going back centuries, and I think it's much more appropriate as translation of chủ nghĩa.
It's a lot like good interpersonal boundaries. Like it's kind of the same concept. And yeah, just wanting your own autonomy. I think that the essence of what Luna is saying, allow me to be incredibly reductionist and say, the essence of what Luna is saying is that you can desire autonomy without being a super meanie butt.
Yêu nước as we use it in Vietnam.
Doesn't make
some
you a
people
super
say
meanie
you
butt.
should come up with some new word, or else people will confuse you for fascists. To which I refer you to
butt.
Michael Bolton from Office Space.
Why don't you just go by Mike instead of Michael?
No way. Why should I change?
Okay, I think we're a little off track in terms
Why
of...
the hell should we stop using that word? Just because a bunch of ignorant Westerners who have no interest in listening to us anyway feel uncomfortable seeing it. It's their problem. They have to deal with it. If they want to learn, we can help educate them. But if they just want to drown in their own ignorance, let them be. It's us who feel sorry for them, not the other way around. And this goes beyond Vietnamese nationalism. Oppressed peoples around the world use the word nationalism to refer to their struggles for liberation. We have black nationalism, Irish nationalism, Puerto Rico nationalism, and so on. Are you saying that millions of oppressed people all over the world now have to change our language to make our own oppressors feel more comfortable? Let's see what other leftist nationalists have had to say on this subject. First, let's hear from Comrade Fidel Castro, the late communist leader of Cuba said.
Si nosotros tenemos un día que renunciar a nuestra bandera que tanto amamos, renunciamos y hay que hacerlo en aras de la integración política de América Latina.
The real subtitles are behind the subtitles.
Como si un día quieren organizar un estado mundial justo.
God, let me see if I can change it.
No un mundo bajo la
batuta y el
dominio de una superpotencia que quiere establecer el orden. Si un mundo...
Leader of Cuba said.
Si nosotros tenemos un día que renunciar a nuestra bandera que tanto amamos, renunciamos y hay que hacerlo en aras de la integración y la unidad política de América Latina. Para nosotros eso es un valor trascendente. Como si un día quieren organizar un estado mundial justo, no un mundo bajo la batuta y el dominio de una superpotencia que quiere establecer el orden. Si un mundo de la humanidad avanzara tanto que en pensar en una integración económica y política universal, nosotros también renunciaríamos a nuestra bandera porque somos internacionalistas. No somos chauvinistas,
no somos internacionalistas.
Respetamos y exaltamos los valores nacionales.
Internacionalistas.
Nuestra filosofía fundamentalmente es la del internacionalismo.
I like
estamos mucho mejor preparados.
Chat. My problem is I learned French before I learned Spanish, or like and like when I try to learn Spanish, I end up like turning it French. It's bad. I end up turning it French. I can't speak Spanish because French gets in the way.
Next, we have James Connolly, a great Irish Republican, socialist and trade union leader who also recognized that nationalism must go hand in hand with socialism to bring about true liberation.
If you remove the English army tomorrow and hoist the green flag over Dublin Castle, unless you set about the organization of the Socialist Republic, your efforts will be in vain. England will still rule you. She will rule you through her capitalists, through her landlords, through her financiers, through the whole array of commercial and individualist institutions she has planted in this country and watered with the tears of our mothers and the blood of our martyrs.
James Connolly, like Chi Minh, urged the English working class to have international solidarity with Irish revolutionists and recognize that the division between Irish and English workers weakens the working class and strengthens capitalism.
Every industrial and commercial center in England now possesses a working class divided into two hostile camps, English proletarians and Irish proletarians. The ordinary English worker hates the Irish worker as a competitor who lowers his standard of life. This antagonism is artificially kept alive and intensified by the press, the pulpit, the comic papers, in short, by all the means at the disposal of the ruling class. This antagonism is the secret of the impotence of the English working class despite its organization. It is the secret by which the capitalist class maintains its power, and the latter is quite aware of this. The sole means of hastening it is to make Ireland independent. Hence, it is the task of the International everywhere to put the conflict between England and Ireland in the foreground and everywhere to side openly with Ireland. It is the special task of the Central Council in London to make the English workers realize that for them, the national emancipation of Ireland is not a question of abstract justice or humanitarian sentiment, but the first condition of their own social emancipation. However it may be for others, for us of the citizen army, there is but one ideal. An Ireland ruled and owned by Irish men and women, sovereign and independent from the center to the sea, and flying its own flag outward over all the oceans.
Wow, that sounds a lot like how Chi Minh appears to French workers to support the cause of Vietnamese independence. I hope by now you can understand why oppressed and colonized people all over the world have developed nationalism to build the path towards socialism and international unity. As long as strong, wealthy nations are able to colonize and oppress smaller, weaker nations, we will never have any hope for building international communism. This is why left-wing nationalism, indigenous nationalism, liberation nationalism will be critical towards building international unity and eventually abolishing class and states altogether to build the world all communists dream of. I will end my video with great words of Karl Marx, a beloved communist who, came up with Marxism. He said,
Since the proletariat must first of all acquire political supremacy, must rise to be the leading class of the nation, must constitute itself the nation, it is so far itself national, though not in the bourgeois sense of the word.
Damn. Okay, so here we go. Supposedly, there's a little discussion of it here. The other thing that we need to do is maybe... Does anybody know about the Peter Coffin involvement? There's Peter Coffin involvement.
USA flag means to me and a lot of indigenous people. She just gave her perspective. She said she doesn't think it's a good symbol, blah, 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 whatever.
Shit.
Okay.
Like, when the China meet the USA and there's a flag of China right next to the USA, so what
I know, does that mean that the USA endorses Chinese, the Communist Party of China or whatever? Like, it's silly. So anyway, regardless, I mean, they even put they have to put the actual like socialist flag of Vietnam up at when like Vietnamese people go to the diplomatic functions of the USA, and then Vietnamese diaspora who hate the communists come out and protest it. So it's like that's just a reality of like international diplomacy. Anyway, total side note. But anyway, so the next response was to say that Luna gets all of her ideas from me because I'm a sexpat. A sex tourist, something like that. This is what Infrared Haz said specifically. And then Luna, of course, if you call me a sexpat, and that's like the nature of my relationship with Luna, I don't think this is the kind of thing where it's like the 4chan fascistic plausible deniability dog whistling thing. Because obviously the implication there is that Luna is a sex object, right? And that Luna and I have been together for years. We're married. We live together.
Okay, so I think this started earlier.
It was like an olive branch being extended to the USA because like they kind of fought the USA and the OAS, they fought with the Viet Minh against the fascist Japanese in World War II, and even address on a stream or anything like that. But there's this one person, Infrared.
Yes. Okay, there we go.
Serious harassment, sexual harassment.
Oh my God, no.
So anyway.
Okay, so here we go. This is where it starts. I found it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Quote me if violated TOS. I don't know what you're talking about. There's been controversy lately. There's a group of people right now. I don't know. I guess we'll just talk about it. Whatever. Fuck it. We'll talk about it.
The Gorilla Gang.
There's a group of people right now that are harassing Luna really, really viciously, and me by association. And it goes beyond drama, and it's not funny, and it's not.
Yeah.
It's really gross.
It's not drama anymore. It's just
it's actually like serious harassment, sexual harassment.
Serious sexual harassment. I would say that it does beyond drama already.
So basically, the long story short, I hope, is basically Luna was posting her thoughts on USA patriotic socialism, which I just did a video about, and she was saying that, you know, what the United States of America flag means to her. And
wait, that wasn't the one that we just watched, the nationalism one. There was another one. Oh God, I think that's the one I meant to watch. For some reason I was thinking it was that one that Haz had kind of, because I think that's a reaction to Haz, or that's Luna being involved in some discourse that Haz has been involved in. I think that's where all this stuff, you know, it sounds like that's where all this stemmed from.
A lot of people objected to what she was saying, and some of them were whatever. Like, there were some disagreements, not the kind of thing that I would usually even address on a stream or anything like that. But there's this one person, Infrared. Well, it's a group act. There's a collective called Infrared, and they have a bunch of followers and stuff. But it was just like, so it started out, and they were like, they called Luna Soy, which is just the first red flag.
Because they're so fucking right wing. They're just like, I have this MAGA I swear to God, it's like this weird right. Haz has never met a right wing idea he doesn't love.
And I'll talk about this. I'll talk about why later. But they called Luna Soy.
Wait a minute, soy is good, by the way. I love soy milk.
I know, soy is good.
Just a sidetrack.
Soy is great. It's got protein. So anyway, but then they said like, oh, because Luna just made a post, and it was literally just, this is what I and my family think about, and a lot of Vietnamese people think about the United States flag, because we think about, what you want to talk about, like, basically she just talked about, I don't want to talk for you, but
yeah, it's
just about how her grandfather died in the war. There was a lot of genocide.
Painful for me to talk about.
Do you want me? I don't know. Whatever you want.
But you can talk about it. Yeah, just like, you know, like, I have enough traumas and fucking all the abusive attacks already, and I really don't want to go through it.
Yeah. I'm just trying to give the bullet points. All right, the bullet points. So Luna said. So Luna made a post that was like, here's what the American flag means to me, and she talked about the way that her grandfather was killed, all the napalming, all the Agent Orange victims, her mother's trauma. Because, you know, when Luna's mom hears airplanes, to this day she gets panic attacks. So she just shared her story. So then this infrared group, I don't know, it was one of the members of the group or whatever, replied and said, Luna Soy, what about the fact that Ho Chi Minh used the Declaration of Independence as a model for the Vietnamese Declaration of Independence in that's all it said. So then Luna did a thread that was like, well, here's why that happened. Because in 1945, when it was written, the war had just ended, and Ho Chi Minh wanted help from Western powers to get independence for Vietnam. And Ho Chi Minh was a poet and understood the power of symbols. So and this is interesting just as a side note about history. So then Ho Chi Minh did this as a conscious thing because it was like an olive branch being extended to the USA, because like they kind of fought, the USA and the OAS, they fought with the Viet Minh against the fascist Japanese in World War II. And Ho Chi Minh wanted England and the US to support them with their independence against France. So they extended an olive branch at the same time as creating a situation where if the USA denied independence of Vietnam, it would display the hypocrisy of the USA, because the USA purports to hold these values from the Declaration of Independence. So therefore, if the USA says, no, we don't support your independence against France, then they're like being hypocrites, right? It's a really brilliant diplomatic move. Mm. The fact that anyone could look at that and interpret it as, Ho Chi Minh thought USA was based or whatever is just ridiculous to me. But
beyond ignorance to me.
But regardless,
they also posted a bunch of pictures of diplomatic meetings between Vietnam and USA.
Like, because this is just hilarious, and it shows the level of, I don't know, maturity. Because like, when Vietnam has the USA come to Vietnam, they put American flags up. Like, what do you think they're gonna burn the flag? And Luna never said like go out in the street and burn the flag or anything. She's just saying this is what the USA flag means to me and a lot of indigenous people. She just gave her perspective. She said she doesn't think it's a good symbol. Blah blah blah. Whatever.
Shit.
Okay.
Like when China meet the USA and there's a flag of China right next to the USA. So what?
I know. Does that
like this is what started this?
Does that mean that the USA endorses Chinese? You know, the Communist Party of China or whatever? Like, it's silly. So anyway, regardless, I mean, they even put they have to put the actual like socialist flag of Vietnam up at when like Vietnamese people go to the diplomatic functions of the USA, and then Vietnamese diaspora who hate the communists come out and protest it. So it's like that's just a reality of like international diplomacy. Anyway, total side note. But anyway, so the next response was to say that Luna gets all of her ideas from me because I'm a sexpat and a sex tourist, something like that. This is what Infrared Haz said specifically. And then Luna, of course, if you call me a sexpat and that's like the nature of my relationship with Luna, I don't think this is the kind of thing where it's like the 4chan fascistic plausible deniability dog whistling thing. Because obviously the implication there is that Luna is a sex object, right? And that Luna and I have been together for years. We're married. We live together. I live here permanently. I have a residence card, you know. And I'm not even defending myself. I don't even give a shit what you have to say about me. But what you do when you couch things in that term is you are objectifying Luna. There's also a massive amount of, and again, I'm only speaking for Luna right now because this is obviously difficult for, if you have anything you want to say, just shut me up, okay? I'm not trying to talk for you. I know it's tough for you to go through this because Luna's been dealing with this like for days now. So anyway, it just really disgusts me.
Because they cannot make any single point to disagree with my ideas.
Yeah.
Instead, so like they cannot destroy all my very powerful points like that. They go and like personal attack me. They have personal attack me instead.
So
and it's disgusting and gross.
Luna said, no woman of color is going to trust you after this. And then the Haz person said, oh, you mean, I could show you the screen. I don't, this is not a drama thing, but you can definitely find it. Like Luna screenshot it. But this person replied,
go to the
oh, you mean women of color who date white men? I don't care about them. Go back to your white masters. That's almost an exact quote. So then they deleted that tweet, and now they're saying, oh, I won't confirm or deny if I put it. But everyone saw it. I saw it. Dozens of people screen capped it. It's not deniable. So anyway, ever since then, they dug up a tweet that Luna made.
Okay, so this is the part. I'm glad we watched this because this is the part we didn't find on Twitter. There's like more to this, right? This is where it started. And then the part that we were watching today, that was kind of like the part 2.
What, like before?
Okay, yeah, I know what you mean. El Mahone, I'm sorry. Okay, so here's what it is. It sounds like, she was making a comment on patriotic nationalism, and this is an issue that Haz of Infrared has spoken about. He's in favor of patriotic nationalism, right? Like, socialism with American tendencies, like, the idea of like kind of incorporating the iconography of USA, and if you're Haz, MAGA, into communism, right? Because the workers, they just don't, they're like, anyway, he fetishizes right-wingers as all being workers. Like, all the left-wingers, they're the super rich soy Hollywood people, and then all the right-wingers, they're the super poor proletariat. That's not true demographically, right? The people who showed up at the J6 thing were largely wealthy right-wingers, right? They aren't poor. That is a stereotype, and it is not true, right? But this is the way that Haz just essentializes the fuck out of everything. And this is what happens when you don't have a materialist analysis. You go into this world of ideals. You go into this world of essences where everything has like an essential nature, and somehow the essential nature of the right-wing America is proletariat, even though the actual data does not bear that out. But that's where Haz was going. So he's saying, like, and they like the flag and they like Trump, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna appeal to them. We're gonna make our communists like essentially conservative, which is a bad idea. Nazgul Vortex territory. That's my problem with Haz. His shit is so fucking close to the Nazgul Vortex. It's like he's getting spaghettified. If you know that, if you get too close to a black hole, matter starts to spaghettify, and you're like, spaghetti about it. You know what I mean? It's just like you get spaghettified and you're like, spaghetti about it. So you can just about spaghetti about Haz. You can spaghetti about Haz because he's getting sucked into the Nazgul Vortex. I don't think there's any chance of saving his ass, right? He's getting spaghettified into that black hole. And and this is a bad thing. This mixture, right, of patriotic nationalism, traditional conservatism, and communism is a fucking recipe for misery and horrible shit.
COVID?
Before COVID.
It's about Haz likes communism that's like patriot, like, okay, so imagine you take like USA, Patriot, MAGA, like all that shit, you know what I'm saying, like that vibe, and you be like, yeah, this but communist, and like Luna's like, you know, not about that, like, right, that's like the American flag represents something profoundly destructive, deadly, and you know kind of like, because of the Vietnam War, the American flag represents something different to her. So when Haz is like, yeah, I live in America, go America, America's great, we'll just be America but communist, like Luna's like, you know, SMH, right? And that's where this shit started. That is where the Luna Oi Haz beef like began. We didn't really realize this until just now, because I didn't find it on Twitter. I only found the newer stuff. But I guess this is where it started, right? Was Luna's take on patriotic communism. Haz had already spoken favorably about patriotic nationalism, and kind of like echoing, I guess, Jackson Hinkle's thoughts in that. And Luna picked up, you know, and batted that Takemeister back. And the infocels had a problem with that. So that's how where we are now. Yeah.
About China, and Luna has addressed this many times. Do you have anything like?
I mean, just so you know, El Mohammed, this is not normal shit. This is like, anytime you're dealing with infrared, this is way far. Like I wouldn't like, you know, infrared is kind of his own thing. He is. I don't even know.
They just wanted to find an excuse for their sexual harassment,
right.
their racist and sexist take against me. And the
meatball vortex
cannot find anything.
They can't argue with the
a
position.
Single thread.
Right.
Oh yeah, so this is where they went and got a tweet of hers, and now they're implying that she wants the US to defeat China in a war? Which, this is just, that part's just weird Twitter shit. That is some weird ass champ Twitter, like, just, you know what I mean? Like taking a tweet and being like, aha, this means this, and it's like, no, that's not what she was saying. So yeah, this is a mess. Anything that Haz gets involved in is a mess. I've got a ton of videos on that mess you can check out.
Of me 2 years
I've had to make entirely too many videos about infrared
ago, before the COVID even happened, and
it's super bad faith. Yes,
I didn't even talk about myself.
Oh wait, okay. So Luna said, just so you know, just to be fully transparent, Luna said something like, somebody asked Luna, "What do Vietnamese people think about China?" And if you watch Luna's channel, the #1 meme question, right?
Yes.
And by the way, this was during a time when there were some tensions between China and Vietnam, right? And so I think, you know, but so emotions were running high in Vietnam regarding that question at the time. And Luna said something like, we want them to fight, and we, what was it? I don't even remember.
It's just like, Vietnamese, no, it's not like that. It's just saying like, the relationship between Vietnam and China is very super complicated. It's almost like 2,000-year-old history.
Should we just show the actual quote so that nobody accuses us of like trying to...
Long story short, Vietnam and China has...
Yeah, this is the best thing to do. If somebody decontextualizes something that you've said, if somebody tries to lie by omission, it's great to just get the original text and be like, no, take a look at this. Let's go back to the original thing and show the lie, show the distortion, show the expanded context, and show how disingenuous your opponent really is.
It's like 2,000-year-old history. Their little white brains cannot process that kind of complicated. All right? That is why they can't wrap their head around, like, Vietnam, we have problems with China, but it doesn't mean that we are anti-China. In their fucking little teeny brains mindset, They can only know like Vietnam is
Haz does what Caleb Maupin accuses bread tubers of. Quite ironic.
only pro-US or pro-China. There's no like nothing outside of that. Like I said like clearly that like based on the complicated history between Vietnam and China, Vietnam is well we have many problems with China based on our very fucking complicated history. But that doesn't mean that we are pro-US and anti-China. And don't fucking use our own history to divide us. You're fucking dipshit. But they cannot understand.
All right, this is why I wanted to do the talking, Luna. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, no, I fucking love it. Luna's so based.
I mean,
oh my god, you can tell Luna's got a bad lady stream and her. Luna's definitely got a bad lady stream.
I know you're upset. I'm so sorry.
No, she's.
I'm not saying that
she's spitting truth.
Anything Luna just said was. I'm not trying to discourage you from anything I just said. I just can tell that it's upsetting you. That's what I mean by that.
Yeah, that's.
I'm sorry. I know this is upsetting you, and I'm sorry. And I know that Luna's having emotions about this are going to be weaponized against her. You know what I mean?
Because fuck yeah. I mean, yeah, I feel you, EJ. Like I don't know. I want Luna to. Hey, can we normalize women having an emotion? Can we fucking normalize women having emotions? Can we normalize that shit, please? Please? Are we allowed to fucking have emotions other than, like, love, sympathy, and, like, fear? I swear to God.
It's just the way that these people play games. I'm just trying to find...
Can we normalize women being angry? Can we fucking do that?
The damn... Ugh, it's so annoying. Why can't I find it?
And those people, they have a teeny tiny understanding about our relationship, but they act so bold. They're like, oh, Vietnam is communist. Why are they anti-China? Like, we are not anti-China, but it doesn't mean that we agree with each other on every single problem. Just
here we go. I found it.
That simply, yeah, you can.
So this is actually what I'm showing you right now. And I'm sorry, folks. I know this isn't interesting to a lot of people, and I'm not even interested in talking about it. But it's just such a thing.
Unfortunately, EJ, it is interesting to a lot of people.
It's become such a thing. We got to talk about it. So I'm sorry.
Listen, we want to talk about this not because it's an interesting thing, not because it's drama, but because that drama needs to be refocused on the issues here, right? And I think by centering Luna's, what Luna's actually saying, or at least, kind of like ending on that note, that's what I'm trying to do, is to recenter our focus on the original, topic, right? Because like it gets sucked into this drama world. It gets sucked into this, like, intrigue and shit like that. And listen, I'll use that. But I'm not going to use it just to get views. I'm going to use it to try to, like, correct the record. And I think that there's been some really fucking bad distortions of what Luna said here. And I want to give, her a chance to actually, clarify what she's saying. Because, like, Twitter makes it hard. And, I'd rather listen to what she has to say than, like, how Haz misinterprets her tweets, right?
Tune out tonight, I understand. But, I think the truth needs to be told. And anyway, okay. So, hold on. This is what Haz actually said. You mean women of color who literally date white men? Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Run back to your white masters. Okay. So, and then this is actually a post Luna made on August 26th of 2021. At that time, it was already an old tweet. The tweets that are in question come from before COVID. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Luna's addressed it many times. So this is from August 26, 2021. Luna said, because somebody had messaged her on Facebook about the same thing, right?
So show that
I know. I'm just going to read it. Hold on. This is why I don't feel comfortable discussing China in front of white people. Because see, Luna had all this discussion a long time ago before she learned the hard truth, which is that you can't talk about these things.
I overestimated you. I'm sorry.
And yeah, so because people try to stoke conflict about China and Vietnam between them. They think it's fun. They think it's like an interesting thing to see the spectacle of it. So Luna got this Facebook message. This has nothing to do with Haz. This is just a Facebook message she got in August. It says, I've always supported Vietnam. I visited in the early 90s. I believe your China comments on Twitter are incorrect. And remember, at the time that this message was sent from this douchebag on Facebook, the tweet was already very old.
White.
Right?
From white.
Oh, by the way, this is also just a white person that Luna never met before that just messaged her out of the blue.
And I messaged him my reply, and they never replied back.
On her personal Facebook, which she does not make public. So this is the kind of stuff Luna has to deal with. So
white. person bold enough to tell me that my take about the relationship between Vietnam and China, my own fucking country, is incorrect? A white person, how bold
Well, hold on. Let's just okay. So
okay, so that explains the. We were wondering about
addressing
this.
Yeah,
we were wondering who that tweet was from. And that the gray one was the person she's talking about. The blue is her response.
Tweet, and she says, "I made that comment quickly without being too careful. I admit I was trying to explain what I think average Vietnamese people think about the Chinese government. Again, because the question was not what do you think about China. It was what do Vietnamese people think about the government. If you know Vietnam deeply, then you know we have two words for we, one which includes the speaker and one that does not. It's like chúng ta and chúng tôi, right?
Yes.
In that situation, I meant Vietnamese people in general, but the fact that many months later, so many people are still spreading around that tweet, and now I have people like you DMing me about it, even though I've explained my position so many times, tells me people are just looking for conflict here and personal drama. I stand by my belief that most Vietnamese people I know have strong issues with China's government, such as South China Sea conflict and other historic issues, but that does not mean we are anti-China. A relationship between two nations that goes back centuries will always be complicated, especially...
The end.
Oh, especially when one country is much larger than the other. If you want to try to understand my full opinions from a single tweet, then you will fail.
Yeah.
I do not wish to discuss this.
I was going to say that.
So anyway,
that's what Twitter does.
And yeah, so then Luna continues, the truth is Vietnam has a complicated relation with China, and Vietnamese people have complicated perception of China, but calling us anti-China is reductive. Many white Westerners seem to love stoking conflict between, Black indigenous people of color, and that's what's happening here. I suggest you ask yourself the real reasons you're so curious about China-Vietnam relations.
Yeah, why?
Examine your
Why are
motives
you?
deeply. Is it really your place to interrogate us like this about complex history and relations you don't deeply understand? I beg you to focus on your own problems. So this is something Luna's addressed before as far as that tweet goes, right? So the question is, and everyone talks about cancel culture all the time. I mean, is Luna supposed to litigate this again and again and again? She did it back in August. She's doing it now.
The
I guess
thing is,
for the rest of your life.
They have nothing to attack me because I'm so fucking cool. And instead they have to lie about this without they can't lie about it because they have no understanding about our own relationship.
Well, that's the thing too.
all.
It's like they had no understanding about Ho Chi Minh and the Declaration of
Yes.
Independence. They just had this one little factoid.
Yes.
And it's like a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. We talked about this last week. So anyway, the misogyny. So now there's this whole gang of people and a lot of sock puppets. Hundreds of sock puppets. I mean, there's and they all have just the first. They're like
First name,
low
bunch
effort.
of numbers. Just joined October 2021 and no profile picture.
We've shown you how easy it is to make a sock puppet account.
That's
It's not-
infrared rising. Yes, bunch of subprivate accounts.
No, I think that person's an infrared fan. I just hid them from the channel. But they have so many sock puppets. And by the way, mods, be on the lookout because they are targeted harassing Luna. And by the way, we don't want anybody to harass any of these people. We just want them to leave us alone, and we leave them alone. All Luna ever did was share her opinion on the United States flag. That's it. That's all she did. That's what caused all this, right? It's true. Go look at the timeline. You can go, I challenge somebody to find any other evidence otherwise.
About the American flag being attacked.
Because
this is Mr. Anti-Imperialism freaking the fuck out about Luna having an opinion about the U.S. flag. Yeah?
This is what this was all about. Luna made a stance that she doesn't like the USA flag as a Vietnamese woman because of all the things that the USA has done. And that's it. So, that's it. We don't want anyone to harass anybody. We don't want anybody to attack anybody. We really just want these people to... I'm not concerned in the long term that these people are going to I don't know. I am concerned, with reactionary elements in the left and all that kind of stuff. I'm concerned that they're going to continue to see. What I'm worried about is, honestly, somebody's going to hurt somebody. Somebody's going to drive somebody to self-harm because this kind of stuff is really disgusting. Luna's Luna's about 30 years old. We're in a married relationship. We support each other. If Luna were younger, or if it was me, if I went through this when I was 20 and alone, I could see somebody
TLDR Twitter bad, yeah.
Being driven to, self-harm or something like that from this level of harassment, sexual harassment. By the way, this isn't even, you have to understand. This is, content warning. Okay, we're going to talk about, let's just say, women have been assaulted in Vietnam for going all the way back to the beginning of French colonialism. It's a very, very sensitive topic. And to weaponize that, and the sex tourism industry, which is a real serious issue, by the way, I'm not discounting that at all. Weaponizing the sex tourism industry, the ways in which Vietnamese women were exploited by U.S. soldiers and mercilessly assaulted, and the ways in which, you know, Vietnamese women have been subject to sexual colonialism, weaponizing that against her and acting as though she doesn't have any autonomy and she doesn't have the agency to come up with her own ideas, so she has to get everything from her sex-pat boyfriend, as they put it. It's infantilizing towards Luna. It's objectifying her sexually and racially. And the implication, there's just so many disgusting...
Yeah, there was a really nasty tweet that they showed before where, like, they said, like, he commented, I almost don't want to repeat this, it's, like, so fucked up, but, like, Haz commented on Luna Oi's, like, marriage and then said, go back to your white master. Like, it was really gross.
Disgusting implications within that.
Sexual tourism. That's what Haz is accusing. Like, they're married, right? EJ's like a Vietnamese citizen. Is that correct, chat? Is that correct? Like, and it's not that. Like, that's not. Anyway, he said, he shouldn't have to defend himself, right?
And they don't.
It's a fucking spurious charge.
They haven't apologized. They've doubled down.
And there's nothing to. There's absolutely nothing there. He's just Haz is full of shit like usual.
They've doubled down. They even said that if they wouldn't get kicked off of Twitter, then they would double down even more. That's what they said.
Yes, they said like they never regret all the things that they said.
So
all the gross things.
And
that they said.
if you think if after of whole of this and you still signed with infrared,
unsubscribe from us. If you think that infra has, I'm serious and I'm not even kidding. I don't care. I'm not asking you. I don't want to debate with anybody. I don't want to fight with anybody. But if you think that infra is, if you think that gang is right in what they're saying and what they're doing, unsubscribe from us. If you support us on Patreon, stop. If you support us on Camaraderie, stop. Never give us another super chat. We don't want to hear from you.
From Teacher.
You're not our comrade and we don't care. Now, I don't care if you disagree with us about certain, like the USA flag. I don't care if we could talk about other stuff, Landback and decolonization. We could talk about that stuff. But if you think that this is where there's a line and it's been crossed. Yes. If you think that activity, those words were appropriate, I want nothing to do with you. I don't want you in my life. I think you're a dangerous person. I think you're an enemy of humanity, to be honest. And I don't want anything to do with you. Period. Go away. Leave us alone. We'll leave you alone. You leave us alone.
You should never know that.
I feel like EJ just destroyed. Like that was sick. That was a sick burn. EJ just fucking wrecked Haz's world, and he did it with like Mr. Rogers. Fucking.
You should never know that.
It's the person.
It's like you just got destroyed by Mr. Rogers.
We've been talking about. If you want to know, back up about 20 minutes.
Existence.
If you want to know who we're talking about, back up the stream about 15-20 minutes, and you'll see the beginning. So anyway, that's all we got to say about that. I don't care that Infrared disagrees with Luna about the flag. That's immaterial. I don't care that other people, those are things that we can and should be able to discuss and disagree with and dialectically work out as a movement. But the sexual harassment, the cyberbullying, the creating tons of sock puppets to just mercilessly harass and ridicule, the lies, the pulling up old tweets, all that stuff is just really gross. And we haven't done any of that to them, and we don't want you to either.
Actually, I'm really fucking proud of myself. Because I believe that a bunch of them, they dig up my whole timeline.
That's the worst they could find.
That's the worst they can find. It's laughable.
Yeah. So, so that's it. I don't know. And if there's any concerns you have with us from all that, if you've seen only what they've said about us and you have concerns about it, we don't mind if you ask us in good faith. But I don't even know. But the real point is, if you think that specific, like, denigrating, sexual objectification, all that, if you think that's okay, just go away. We don't care. We don't want to be around you. And please just leave us alone. We're begging you. So that's it.
That's it.
All right.
It's a super chat. Super chat.
We got super chat? Oh, what did they say?
From Jason Kukulo.
Alright, so yeah, there's EJ and Luna's take. The one other thing I want to check for really quick is the Peter Coffin connection. Supposedly there was a Peter Coffin. Oh wait, I can't look at it, can I? I can't fucking look at Peter Coffin because I'm blocked by Peter Coffin. Peter Coffin blocked me, chat. Peter Coffin harassed me and then fucking blocked me. Peter Coffin is one sussy baka. Okay, let's see if I can find this. I don't know, chat. We might just have to give up on this. Nobody cares about Peter Coffin anyway. Peter Coffin's fucking irrelevant. Okay, I'm looking through Peter Coffin's retweeting Cable of Moppin here. Okay, so like this is it seems like I can see Peter Coffin weighing in on the Landback thing, right? Oh shit, okay. The last time we got into Peter Coffin's Twitter, I think it was the Thamer, Soph and Andy No incident. Peter Coffin decided to jump in. Let's see here. Yeah, Landback. It seems like the Landback thing is what Peter Coffin has gotten into. Okay, he retweeted Haz. Oh my god, okay, so Infrared on Substack. Infrared has a Substack, chat. It looks like we're gonna have to, like, we might have to do more of this on Twitch. Chat. Thank you for hanging out, okay? This was tough, and this was weird, but we got through it together. Peter Coffin is such a dingus. That is true. That is objectively true. Peter Coffin is a dingus. Thank you, everybody, and I'm gonna see about maybe streaming some more on Twitter tonight. If not, we'll get to it maybe tomorrow, but you're going to see more of me on YouTube. Don't forget, this Friday I'm talking to Professor Flowers on Bird Brains, so that'll be like at the same time. Wait, no, earlier, like 4 p.m. Friday. So good to see you again, everybody, and good night. I've had enough fucking infrared for the day. Holy shit, I bet you have too. Anyway, good night, everybody. Moe Kyun.